All right, we're live. We're live. So let's wait for some people to roll in here. Currently have 2 people waiting. Let's see. Is it live? Yes, it is live. Okay. Let's get the chat in here. What is the announcement? Well, we will get to that.
Yes.
What's up, Billy Goat?
Excuse me, Billy Goat. That's my senpai.
Kiki, my boy. King Egypticus. Oh, yeah, we have 5 people in here already. Awesome. All right, guys. So as you guys can tell, we have a person in the Mesozoic Isle live stream. The only other person we've ever had in one of these was Mandy, as far as I know. I don't think I've ever had David on here. I think I invited him once to talk about his repaints, but he couldn't join. So, yes, that is something. How about you introduce yourself, Cesar?
All right, guys. So I'm the ArtsyDilo. I changed the old channel name. Just started this new one up for my dinosaur stuff. So yeah, I just want to say that I've been, I'd say, a part of the project since the very beginning. Not like actually working on it or providing carcasses like I do now, but just talking to Kiki here and giving him ideas and stuff and just spitballing everything to him. So I've been a part of this since the very beginning. So yeah, that's what I got to say.
Yeah, I mean, like, literally, like, since the very beginning. Like, when I first brainstormed it, we were both watching Dinosaur Island Season 3 at the time, I believe. And that's when I was coming up with the idea. We will get to the announcement, J212. But, yeah, so Cesar has been a huge part of Mesozoic Isle in terms of, like, you know, just emotional support, helping with ideas. I mean, he even, like, there was even one time where he and I were just talking about battles between dinosaurs, and he came up with this great idea, and I'm like, that's happening in Mesozoic Isle Season 2. And so that's now a part of what's going to happen in the show just because he came up with a great idea. So he's just been throughout it, like, the whole time. I mean, literally from start to finish. And we've had many ideas and stuff going around, and which is kind of leading up to the point we're coming to today. I felt like there was something else I wanted to say before I got to that. What was I just saying? Like, you've been a part of it. Shoot, I had a brain fart. Well, anyways, Cesar and I are here to announce that Cesar has already been a more integrated part of Mesozoic Isle in terms of the fact that he's made the impressive corpses for the show. I've already shown off 2 of them in some videos that I posted on the channel. I can pull them down right now to show you guys his impressive work, but you guys will get to see them both inside of Mesozoic Isle. You guys got to see this in the first trailer. This is a Dimetrodon corpse. This is a Jurassic Park one?
No, I think it's just like an Animal Planet figure.
Oh, Animal Planet. Yeah, so very, very impressive corpse there. And this other one, I like it even more, is an Alaskan Troodon corpse. Extremely impressive work, and he's gotten even better. And I have one other one that I'm not going to announce because that one's not been revealed yet.
Part of the series.
Yeah, so that one is not being announced yet, but that one is by far the best. And it's sitting over on my desk over there. But, yeah, so Cesar has been a big part of it. He doesn't actually know, like, much of the... He knows more than you guys do about the plot and stuff. I've hinted at him and stuff. You know, he already has... Just by talking to him, he's already figured out, like, Season 2 and 3, the main plots behind those. Just by talking to me, he put things together and figured it out. And then I confirmed that he was right. But other than that, he knows just as much as you guys because I want him to not get spoiled for the experience, right? But getting on to the announcement here, I do want to officially announce that Cesar is becoming the one dino tuber that is going to be the biggest part of the prehistoric archipelago besides myself, in terms that he will literally be making contributions to the series by making short films and other mini-series within the universe and the canon of Prehistoric Archipelago. And this has been a long time coming. Why don't you start taking it over and tell them a little bit more about it?
All right, so this all started with a whole different idea. It all started back when Kiki was originally putting together Mesozoic Isle, who's still in the writing process of just like putting down the characters and giving them their characteristics and everything, their storylines. That's where that's where this idea originally happened when he was still doing that. And I remember going to my grandma's house, and the whole idea that I had was something called the Mesozoic Badlands. I won't get too much into detail of that because it's not very important. But that was my original idea, and I was gonna do my own series for that. But you know, I just I didn't want to do a whole series. I really dislike writing. Definitely, it's like I have to be pushed to the very brink for me to start writing something. But then I had an idea of a short film, and the short film is based on a character that I originally wanted to call Nigel. But you know, then Kiki was like, Caesar, that's in Dinosaur Island. And so we went with the last name instead, and we called it Marvin.
Not to be confused with Spino Dude Reviews character.
This has nothing to do with Spino Dude Reviews' channel at all. They're not connected in any way. He is aware of the character, and he did let us use the name, so no confusion there. Marvin is a very interesting character. He has his storyline. In my opinion, has never really been explored.
Definitely. Nothing of the sort.
Never been explored in any other dinosaur series. So I'm really excited to start filming with this character. The script is, I'd say, 1/3 of the way done. Around there, like
I'd say a little bit less than that, but it's getting there.
So scripting is going well so far. I haven't done a little bit, but filming is also going to be starting pretty soon here in December. That's when I plan on starting filming. But yeah, Marvin is the first. I'm gonna give him a little tease here. Is the first short film that will be introduced by myself within the series. There is other ideas that I have ran across Kiki, and so we're discussing those currently. I'm not going to say anything about those projects.
Not yet.
On Marvin today, or on Scars.
Now, he lives in California. There's no snow inside this. He doesn't get snow. Yeah, he's never even seen snow.
What is snow? Can someone please
I have snow outside my house right now. But he's never seen snow, like with his own eyes.
What is snow? How does it feel? What's its texture?
And he's been waiting for December because there's less bugs and it's less hot, so it's easier for him to film.
In California, I mean, literally nothing happens in December.
Yeah.
So yes, Scars. That is the name of this short film. So I hope that kind of hints a little something. Now, this short film will be, I'd say, a direct descendant of the first season.
Well, in the respect that it comes right after season 1 of Mesozoic Isle. It not only in release date, but also in continuity. Yeah. So it comes right after so whatever happens in Mesozoic Isle season 1 will directly affect a season, this short film in some respect, in the fact that it takes place in the same area, Hidden Valley. So short film just comes right after, and whatever is left over, you know, kind of affects the short film.
Yes.
In that respect. And so, yeah, Caesar is making this is the first thing he's doing. We have our eyes on a certain release date and whatnot for it, but it's definitely going to be coming out between season 1 and season 2 of Mesozoic Isle, and around the summertime of next year, 2019. And we're looking around 20 to 30 minutes a long film, something like that. Yeah. But I mean, I have to say, guys, I am extremely confident. And if you guys are excited for Mesozoic Isle, you definitely should be excited for Scars. I mean, yes, and I saw your comment, Dino fan. So prehistoric archipelago consists of Mesozoic Isle, Cenozoic Isle, and Paleozoic Isle. Yes, it does. and Scars takes place on Mesozoic Isle, obviously. Cenozoic Isle and Paleozoic Isle don't quite exist yet. And so this one's, and it consists of dinosaurs. So this short film is taking place on Mesozoic Isle. Does the short film affect season 2 of Mesozoic Isle at all? Is any of season 2 in Hidden Valley? No and yes.
No and yes.
Does the short film affect season 2 at Mesozoic Isle at all? No. It's its own isolated storyline. It is, the storyline itself is affected by season 1, and season 2 will affect the storyline in some respect, I guess. But, well, technically not, because it happens before it. But yeah, I don't even know why I said that. But season 1 directly affects the short film, but it doesn't affect like season 2 of Mesozoic Isle at all. It just comes between it, so it's like its own isolated story. But I'm really confident in it. And your second question, is any of season 2 in Hidden Valley? Yes, we do return to Hidden Valley, although most of the season takes place outside of it. It's still, there's just a couple storylines of characters that are left over in that area that stay there that we get to follow. But yeah, what's the saying? So Scars is the title, the official title of the short film. We're saying short film, but it's technically pretty long for a short film. I mean, 20, 30 minutes. It's kind of like a mini film. And I'm really, really confident in it. I mean, Caesar has created an amazing character. I know everything about it because, you know, I'm still helping teach Caesar, you know, the art of writing everything. And we're making sure that all the continuity lines up and everything with it. But as we go on, Caesar is going to be able to branch off and do his own things to the point where hopefully he can make his own stuff within the canon. And I don't even have to know anything about it because he understands the canon enough that he can you know, just do his own things, and I can be surprised as well. But yeah, this is a change that's going to be going throughout the whole thing. I mean, this has been planned from the beginning. This is not just like a last minute thing. I know you can relate it to DIR, but DIR was kind of like a continuation of a series that was supposed to, you know, end. This has been like a planned intermingling. Everything is just one continuity. Sure, I'm the original creator of the idea, but Caesar is a part of the prehistoric archipelago. He is going to be helping out with just, you know, expanding everything. And like I said, after Mesozoic Isle's 3 seasons are up, I was going to be finished with Mesozoic Isle, but I would return to it in the form of short films. So after I'm done with all the big seasons and everything, I return to it in terms of short films, which Caesar is going to be starting the collection of Mesozoic Isle short films and Paleozoic, Cenozoic, whatever he wants to do, whatever ideas we get. He's starting that collection that we will eventually, you know, collect and gather over time.
One thing that I do want to say for those of you that are relating this to Dinosaur Island Revival is that, like Kiki's mentioned, it's not a continuation of the story. It is something that is within the universe, I'd say, where it's on Mesozoic Isle, but it gets impacted by the seasons, but I'd say that this story doesn't really impact the seasons.
Yeah. I mean, think of the 3 main seasons of Mesozoic Isle as kind of like the backbone of Mesozoic Isle's stories in the universe. And then, you know, the short films just kind of branch off, mine and his respectively. And we don't have like a set path to like, you know, everything has to be in order and continuity. We can go back in time, but we do have a canon restriction to the point where, you know, like actual documentary filming style of recording had started just before season 1 of Mesozoic Isle was being filmed. So we can't really go back in time past that and tell stories, but anything from just before season 1 and onward, we can come back at any time and tell stories then, because it was technically cameras around to document it. And Caesar, you do have the synopsis for the story that you can share.
I do. Should I read it now?
Well, let's see. Let's catch up on the comments real quick, and then we'll get into that. Kiki, what is Scars about? Well, you're going to find out with the synopsis. We're not going to tell too much yet, but we'll get back to the promotion and stuff with it here in a little bit. Just watched a Hasbro Rex get shot and killed. That's fun. I missed a lot. I'm getting Ballad of Big Al vibes from this. Ooh, there you go. You have a Ballad of Big Al vibes. The Prehistoric Archipelago Collection. Yeah, basically. Well, the full title of Scars is Scars, a Mesozoic Isle Story, and it's part of the short film collection. Or stop, Mandy. Ignore him. Or leave me alone. Will there be a Sigimasasaurus and Saurophagonex in the show? No, they're not canon on the island. When is it coming out at Kikizilla 101? Like I said, keep an eye on the summer time of 2019. That's when we're spring to summertime is when we're looking between season 1 and season 2 of Mesozoic Isle. Yeah, there you go. You got an answer from me. So yes, Scars. Yes, that is the title. And so now we're going to leave it to Cesar to hype it up a little bit more by reading the synopsis we have for it. So pay attention, guys.
Okay, guys. So I hope I don't butcher my reading.
It's okay.
Following the hit series Mesozoic Isle, we turn to this unforgiving island from a whole new perspective. After sustaining multiple near-fatal injuries, Marvin must now battle with his new handicaps while trying to stay alive within this treacherous landscape. He will have to be at his strongest ever, for on Mesozoic Isle, only the fittest survive.
There you guys go. So hopefully that ties you over for a little bit, because we're guarding the storyline pretty closely because we're pretty happy with it, and so you guys are gonna have to wait for the trailer to get a little bit more. Which, speaking of which, big question here. What, in terms of the series, where are you guys gonna be able to find this? Not on Kikizilla 101. The original plan was for Cesar to, when he actually had the original plan, which was he was going to make his own like separate series, taking place outside of the Mesozoic Isle backbone story. And that was going to be on Godzilla Fan 40. Then he stopped using Godzilla Fan 40. We were talking about Scars, and we're like, okay, so we'll just put it on Kikizilla 101, and then just so it can be watched within the same place as Mesozoic Isle. But then Cesar decided that he is going to be a part of DinoTube, and he has started a new channel called ArtsyDilo. The link is in the description, guys. Go check it out. It's under the links section. I want you guys to go subscribe to him. If you're a fan of Mesozoic Isle or the Prehistoric Archipelago at all, he is going to be making canon stuff over there. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I mean, this quality is going to be excellent. I mean, he does some really great stuff. We have plans like often few years in the future with him inside this canon. So a lot of great stuff lined up for you guys, and I approve of it. And if you like my stuff that I'm putting out, then you definitely will like his stuff. So go subscribe to him, give him some love, and that is where Scars, I almost called it Marvin. We keep calling it Marvin by accident because we've been code naming it that for a long time because that's the character's name. Yeah. But it's Scars. Scars will be coming out on ArtsyDilo's channel. So if you want to see Scars, it will be on there. Okay. And that's where you'll get all the promotional campaign stuff, like, the trailers and stuff like that. So go check him out on ArtsyDilo. Link in the description. Go subscribe to him. That's your assignment. If you're in this stream and you like Mesozoic Isle, go subscribe to him right now. That's your job. Go subscribe to him. Starvin' Marvin. What species will Marvin be? That is a secret.
That's a secret.
That's a secret.
All we can tell you is keep your eyes open inside of Mesozoic Isle Season 1.
That was a hint. Any posters we can see?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You'll be working on stuff, but this is our first announcement, guys. So remember when I first announced Mesozoic Isle? Well, technically I had a poster, but still, this is like just beginning to the campaign for it. So keep tuned on his channel. Keep tuned on the Dino Nation Discord. Keep tuned on the Mesozoic Isle Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And we'll be promoting his stuff, in the same place as all that other stuff. So just keep your eyes peeled. Kiki, I remember him.
Big hints that I'm probably gonna drop here. Not real big hints, but a lot of my collection that you see, or just a lot of content that you're gonna see on my channel, probably is going to relate to Scars in some way, because that's what I'm really focusing on right now. So if you really pay attention and if you remember a lot of things, you can start to piece things together. I'll tell you guys that.
Marvin is starving. HPW. Caesar, you can always tell me everything about it on Discord since we are married.
What the
fuck? Whatever he is, I hope he eats enough. Well, he's definitely going to be struggling, that's for sure. And I guess you got to confirm gender for the character. But yeah.
Again.
Let's see. Billy Goat being weird again. Where? What? Oh, with the married crap. Yeah. Okay. So Caesar, let's talk about what your like eyeballs are in terms of like production and promotion campaign on your end.
Okay. Sorry. So the campaigning on my end is probably going to consist of a couple of posters, probably some teasers, like teaser scenes or some scenes, and most likely one trailer, one full-length trailer. Because the short film is only about, it's probably only going to be like 25, 30 minutes long, the entire film. I only want to release one trailer to kind of, you get the gist of it. But I also want to release a couple of posters so you kind of see a little bit more on what everything's going to be. And some scenes will definitely be released beforehand. Just because that's easier, in my opinion, than just releasing teaser trailers, because teaser trailers have to be like a minute, and when you think about it, there's only 30 minutes of content. So it's kind of a lot if I do like a couple trailers.
Yeah, I mean, you guys see a lot inside of the Mesozoic Isle trailers right now. You guys get to see a lot. But keep in mind, every single one of the 15 episodes and the prologue episode are at least 20 minutes long. That's like 6 hours or 6 to 7 hours of footage right there. So a big difference. We're definitely going to be careful with our ad campaign. We're going to try to hype it up and everything, but we definitely don't like spoiling stuff. And yeah, but I'm really happy with Caesar's story. I mean, honestly, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, guys. I mean, Caesar and I have been best friends for the longest time, and he and I are brothers to each other. It's just as simple as that. And it's not just because of that, but Caesar is honestly a really passionate human being. He has really fantastic ideas. He had problems just like all of us. We all had those problems. I mean, I used to struggle with motivation for our older stuff. That's something he used to struggle with, but we have both conquered that together, and he's come into this, and he is now the most capable and most worthy person I can ever think of to help share this universe with me, and I'm just so happy that he's a part of it. The storylines that he's given to me, that we've come up with to put into it, he's doing an absolutely great job. I mean, Scars is a really fantastic storyline that you guys have never seen before inside the community. Yes, it is a Dinosaur Island type show, but it's a film, just a full-on film, and the concept, with him battling with handicaps, and the way that we deal with it, or that he deals with it inside of his film, is completely unique. Nothing like this has ever been done before. So I would highly recommend go subscribing if you guys haven't done it already. I want to see his subscription box explode. Let's see. I'm going to refresh it. You got one new subscriber, so one person is subscribed.
But yeah, like Kiki said, the concept I took from no one. This is a completely original idea that I had on my own, and I pitched it to him, and so from there, me and Kiki developed the idea further. But this is something that none of you have ever seen before as far as the dinosaur series goes. And that's one thing that I definitely want to accomplish with my short films, is showing you the parts that the main series won't show you. Because the main series has its main characters and it focuses on its own things. So I want to be here to show you all the little things.
Yeah, it explores every inch. Like, we've talked before in some of the past Mesozoic Isle live streams. We kind of dropped certain things. Some people have asked me about certain types of animals, and I've said, yes, they are canon. They live on a specific island, like the Madagascarian animals, like Majungasaurus and stuff like that, and Mashikasaurus. People have talked about those. I said, yes, they're canon, and they were originally going to take place within the show at some point, but they're not now because actually they are on a separate little island just off the coast of the main island. If you look at the map, you can see some of those little islands. That's where Majungasaurus and Mashikasaurus and a lot of those other animals live on one of those. That's something that we're not going to explore inside of any of the main seasons of Mesozoic Isle, at least not planned. I mean, possibly in season 3, but I highly doubt it. But things like that, every little corner, nook and cranny are things that we can explore within the short films that are, you know, more focused on a specific thing. They're very focused narratives. I mean, Caesar's probably got the smallest roster of characters in any DI show that's out there right now, especially of the main ones. I mean, I think there's literally 2 named characters in this whole...
There is 2 named characters in the whole short film.
Yeah, there's 2 named characters, and then there's like less than 10 different figures or something like that in the actual short film or something like that. It's a very contained storyline. It's
so, like, I can count the figures off the top of my head that I'm going to need. If I asked you to count all the figures that are in Mesozoic Isle, I don't think you can do it because there's so many.
Oh, no. I couldn't. There's too many, especially in season 1. I mean, it's chaotic on purpose because there's just way too much crap in there. But
I could, if you asked me to tell you how many figures I'm going to be using in this, I could count them off the top of my head.
But we're not going to do that because you don't want to get you guys too close to that. I was that 1 extra subscriber he got. Well, thank you, Dino Fan. Thank you for going and subscribing to him. Mesozoic Isle storyline. Humans launch nuke on island, killing off most of the creatures created in an apocalyptic environment. Try me. Yeah, so also another thing, keeping with the continuity of Mesozoic Isle, Mandy will be narrating Scars as well. So my sister, the same narrator you heard inside of the second Mesozoic Isle trailer, will also be the narrator for Scars as well. She's our canon narrator, I guess.
She's gonna have the work cut out for her.
Yep. Yep. And we do have I don't think inside Scars in particular, but definitely in things in the future, we will be working with Spino Dude and Kayakasaurus, Star Wars Jabaro, those people that we're going to be working with them some more, even with C-Star stuff. I mean, we really do have like a Mesozoic Isle team that we kind of come to and use for all this stuff, and I'm really happy about that. But I'm also really happy that now I have a co-director for the franchise, and you guys, like the Mesozoic Isle or the Prehistoric Archipelago website, I've been working hard at that. You guys are going to get to find, you know, that's the hub. That's the hub for everything. So everything canon within the series of Prehistoric Archipelago is going to be there. And I know you guys have, some of you guys have heard there is a separate intro. Like I have an actual intro for Mesozoic Isle. And then there's a intro for Prehistoric Archipelago, you know, the universe, the canon playground that we get to play around in. And that is a intro you see on everything within the Prehistoric Archipelago universe. And I have like a slightly altered version that says Caesar's name or his like little code, I guess, inside of the intro. So that's the intro. Whenever you see that, you know it's canon to Prehistoric Archipelago. Well, at least if it's from ArtsyDilo or KikiZilla 101, then you know it's canon. So yeah, I'm just really super excited to announce this. I really am, because I mean we've been waiting for, oh my god, like since the beginning of this year to announce this, but we've been holding off because we originally wanted to wait until after season 1 of Mesozoic Isle was over, but we're just so excited about it. I've thought that we should just share it now and get you guys in the know about this, and hopefully increase the hype train for it a bit. Like, because Caesar said, he dropped a hint, keep your eyes out inside of season 1 of Mesozoic Isle, and you can probably learn a little bit more about the actual plot for Scars. So it kind of helps you out there. And yeah, I mean, I'm just really super excited. Any questions you guys have for Caesar about his show? I mean, he can answer some stuff. He can't answer too much right now, like in terms of spoiler stuff, but definitely there's a lot of things he could answer. So go ahead and ask your questions away. We have Poop and Hey Kiki. Hey Camo. I already guessed Caesar was going to do something like this. I'm glad it's true. I'm super happy it's true, too. I mean, definitely going to be really super awesome that we have him a part of this. Oh, we probably should say, in terms of like release schedule stuff, we're kind of going to try to keep to the same schedule, at least for now, with Mesozoic Isle main season coming out around, the end of the year, winter time, and then, well, at least in the northern hemisphere, it's winter time, and then towards the summer, Caesar will release a short film there. Then we have Mesozoic Isle season 2 comes out. Then it's just going to cycle back and forth. So they give each other space, and they kind of work in unison. And this way, you guys are going to have, Prehistoric Archipelago content from start to finish to look forward to. We have season 1 of Mesozoic Isle, and as soon as it's over, we hit on the hype train and start building up Scars. And then after that's over, boom, Mesozoic Isle season 2 starts its hype train, and it comes around, and it's just going to just keep going around the whole year. So hopefully this will be a lot more fun for you guys. Will there be aquatic characters?
Within my short film, sadly, no aquatic characters.
It doesn't need them. Trust me, it doesn't need them. But he does have ideas for things in the future for other things that could possibly occur. Yeah, it's always a possibility. Well, I'm confident that eventually Caesar will play around with more aquatic characters. I mean, it's the Prehistoric Archipelago. You don't want to. I mean, he has Mesozoic Isle, Cenozoic Isle, Paleozoic Isle, Mesozoic Seas. I mean, there's all those canon things that he can play around with. Do say though, we're waiting until don't expect other things like Mesozoic Seas to come from ArtsyDilo immediately. We're waiting until the main backbone shows and films establish those things first, and then we can play around with them. So until our Mesozoic Seas comes out, you're going to be seeing things on short films only within Mesozoic Isle, and then Mesozoic Seas comes out, and then we have that branch open for aquatic stuff. Then once Cenozoic Isle is established, then we can play around with Cenozoic stuff inside of short films and whatnot, and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's kind of our little plan there. Do you plan to use Mattel figures?
No, I do not.
Thank goodness. No, at Delta Dromeus Fiasco was making Paleo Archipelago, but now it's Project Apex. Yep, so it's still a PA. So Scars is about a disabled dinosaur learning to look adapt to challenges brought upon by the handicaps. Yes, the wording was a little bit confusing there, but you want to talk a little bit more about that?
So what happens to Marvin really messes him up. You guys know how in Dinosaur Revolution you got the Allosaurus with the broken jaw. Marvin's worse than that. Oh, let's put it that way. It's that was just the broken jaw, and you thought that Allosaurus wasn't gonna live. I mean, when you see Marvin get all of his injuries, it's like
Marvin has autism? No. He's fully mentally capable. No, not autism. No. I don't even think that they can get autism. Yeah, I mean, Marvin is definitely screwed in terms of what happens to him, and I really enjoy the storyline that Caesar is one. I mean, I just can't stop saying I think it's a really fantastic storyline. There's a few storylines that happen within the Prehistoric Archipelago canon that I just sit there and I'm saying wow, this has never been done before. This is just super awesome and interesting and unique. And like I've been saying before, everything within the Prehistoric Archipelago has a meaning to it. We have messages we try to convey. I mean, characters within Mesozoic Isle have shards of my personality and things that I try to put into them, and arcs and stuff that I try to put in that tell something about myself. I mean, that's literally what art is. It's you're expressing yourself, and this is art. Prehistoric Archipelago is art, and every Mesozoic Isle itself as a season has a message that I'm conveying to it. Scars has a fantastic message that really conveys something about Caesar that he feels personally connected to, and I really hope that you guys will enjoy and appreciate the time and effort put into that aspect of it, because we really try to make that every inch of all this stuff has been at immense love and care put into every inch of it. And I'm really proud to say that Cesar is really connected to his story, and I think that he's going to do an absolutely amazing job. So he breaks a bunch of stuff. You should post the synopsis in Dino Nation. That's ArtsyDilo. I don't think I ever posted the synopsis for Mesozoic Island there. I mean, maybe we could do that. We could do that. Art is about doing what others say and keeping to yourself. That's not at all true.
Not what art is at all.
That's the complete opposite of art. I do so. I'm allowed to make jokes. LOL. Did we miss anything else? Marvin has autism. We already read that. Oh, joking. I know. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions at all, anything with Mesozoic Isle, we try to keep this stuff focused on Mesozoic Isle, you know, or prehistoric archipelago as a canon. But definitely for Cesar, as he's here, I want to have Cesar in as many of these as possible from now on, because you know he and I are kind of like the co-creators of prehistoric archipelago. He's helping shape, like, even species, you know, roster of canon animals within the series, you know, even weirder made-up creatures within the canon, like the Monster Commanderus Rex and stuff like that, which he was a part of. And yes, I think Cesar can confirm for you guys. A lot of people ask me, was the Monster Commanderus Rex in the original version of Season 1 without it being a custom figure?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
It was just the basic figure, though, that it was originally without the customizations. I'm starting to write Safari Hell Creek. Awesome, my dude. I'm excited to see what that's going to turn out like. I really like the concept that you've been telling me about that. Art is about rubbing your stomach.
On your depression while running with bunny slippers at 34 miles per hour.
That's a better interpretation of my art.
That's better. Still not art.
Can dinosaurs even have autism? Well, we're not playing around with that in Mesozoic Isle, at least, or Prehistoric Archipelago. So, not in our canon, or at least not right now. You know this character of Marvin with the handicaps? I'm already liking him, especially since I'm disabled in real life. There you go. Yeah, I mean,
that's the whole reason why I have Marvin, because he has his handicaps, but I want to show his story, because Marvin has a lot of messages, I'd say, in it. It has a couple within it. I'm not gonna say them to you guys, but you guys, when you watch it, you'll definitely tell. But one big thing is him having his handicaps, and learning to adapt is the biggest part.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's a great message that he's sending out there.
Wait, does Marvin?
No, it's not. I know what the Monster Commanderus Rex is. What do you think it is? Currently, we have Cesar has had ideas that he's thrown around for things that he wanted to do. I mean, originally he had a I mean, I think we could say this. He had a plan to play around in the Jurassic Badlands. His original series that he was going to do was kind of just all over the place. Then he had an idea for a story around. I'm not going to say that one because that one still might happen. But then there was one that he had, the most recent one before Scars was made up, was a story just taking place within the Jurassic Badlands region, which was also all the Jurassic animals. And we've since kind of scrapped that, or at least thrown it to the side for now. But we have 3 things that we've locked into place, taking place between season 1 and 2 of Mesozoic Isle, between season 2 and 3 of Mesozoic Isle, and right after season 3 of Mesozoic Isle. He has 3 different things: a short film, then another short film between Mesozoic Isle season 2 and 3, and then a mini series, kind of like Titans of Acralis. You know, it's just like 4 episodes, kind of like a smaller episodic series that takes place after Mesozoic Isle season 3, and they all have their own concepts. And
I'm really excited for that mini series.
I'm excited for that one too. I mean, I think Scars is absolutely great, guys. Don't get me wrong. And then the next short film is fantastic as well. And then there's the miniseries, and I mean, that one I am ultra hyped for. I mean, I think that one is just by far the best idea that we put out there. And I think Marvin's a lot better than most of the storylines inside of Mesozoic Isle itself. So, or did I say Marvin or did I just say Scars?
You said Marvin.
Scars. Marvin's storyline within Scars is that. So I'm super hyped for the mini series at the end of the road after season 3 of Mesozoic Isle, and then we'll probably come up with a new idea. I mean, I'm pretty sure you already have an idea of what you want to do after that. You know, that one thing starting with a D. I think that's what we want to do. What if it becomes a meme that Marvin gets every disability possible? Go for it. We even have a T-shirt planned for Marvin, based around the we're gonna do a lot of Prehistoric Archipelago merch, so fans of it, you know, we'll have artists like Caesar draw things like characters within Mesozoic Isle, and we'll have a T-shirt for Scars that you guys can get those designs if you're a fan of that, and I think you guys will really like the design that we have planned. I know that someone else, one of our other friends, really likes the idea.
That's great. Bone Crusher is a customized deputy gold dragon.
Damn, he got it! What the hell? Oh man, no! Swollen head of dragon.
Swollen head of dragon.
I know what's wrong with him. He's gay and he's having trouble coming out. That is a difficulty of many things on Mesozoic Isle. Then he finds out he has an STD. Okay, then. Or what are we talking about? We are talking about the newest addition to the announcements of the Prehistoric Archipelago lore, and the fact that we are finally announcing that Caesar is going to be a part of the directing team in terms of like making his own content and the canon of it over on his channel. If you're not subscribed to him already, go subscribe to him. Link in the description. We're talking about his short film that's coming out right after, in between season 1 and 2 of Mesozoic Isle, called Scars. Its main character is named Marvin. My favorite character in Jurassic World are the Minions. Next thing you know, there will be a new ankylosaur found in New Mexico called Galetosaurus, meaning cookie lizard. There you go. Nail art dragon. Yes. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions for Caesar, please shoot them. Or if you have anything Mesozoic Isle, or if you have any questions just with the Caesar and my relationship throughout the series, you know, what he's contributed to, you know, what he's thought of certain things. I mean,
did you know there are 2 gay birds that raised a chick?
Okay, then. Yeah, good for them. How did the chick even happen? Yeah, that's a good question.
That's a great question.
That's a great question. Well, I guess you know what the Monster Commanderus Rex, aka Bone Crusher, looks like. What do you think? Like, in all honesty.
It is the most amazing figure we're seeing. It's absolutely hands down amazing. Kayakasaurus. May Godzilla bless you.
May Godzilla bless you.
What's
the death toll?
I
don't think he wants to talk about that. With so little characters, let's just not.
It's so minute. Yeah, it's not impressive at all.
It's not like Mesozoic Isle. I mean, it just inherently, even if like all 10 of the animals inside the short film died, it wouldn't compare to Mesozoic Isle. I mean, I guess in terms of percentage, it might be pretty bad, but
yeah,
you guys will find out. I love the story. I think it's great, and I like killing off stuff. So, the only other 2 dinos are the girls that gave him. Okay, that we're gonna ignore that. Rebor smashes a whole bunch of keys, presses enter, Safari, formal insult, presses enter. I screwed up the spelling, also they adopted the chick. Okay then. Show me the tip of the Monster Commanderus Rex's face. Why? I mean, I know why, but why? Why you make me put me on the spot like that? Billy Goat is talking about sexual transmitted diseases. Yep. That makes more sense. Let's see. I think I can show a little bit of the of it. Let's. There you go. There's a little tease. Put him back up there. Love you, big boy. I imagine Bionicosaurus's voice. Marvin got an STD. Drop it. No, I will not drop it.
Drop it hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, Caesar, you've seen the original version of Mesozoic Isle.
Yes, I have. I saw the original version.
The whole first episode of it and all of the water scenes, so.
Well, I'm glad
how
you
is
redid
that? Yeah, I am too. Caesar would have definitely bailed out. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to be a part of that. It would have been such a waste of an amazing concept if I went through with the original quality. I'm glad I waited 4 years. And if you guys don't know, I mean, Caesar and I have been friends for over 4 years now. We became friends around July, August of 2014. I think it was July. And I created Mesozoic Isle. Like, the concept was originally created, I think, around November, December of 2014, just a little bit after.
It was right after season 3 of Dinosaur Island ended, I believe, because that's
when I started writing it.
That's when he announced that he was ending it, and then I started crying a lot.
And it was already, by the time it ended, yeah, this is whatever the date was that the last episode of season 3 came out. That day, Caesar was really crying a lot because he loved it. He watched it from start to finish. He introduced me to Dinosaur Island. I watched the first 2 seasons to catch up. Then he and I were watching like the last few episodes of season 3 together. I watched it to catch up to him. Then he and I watched at the exact same time the last episode, and he cried about it because he really loved it and he knew it was ending. And you want to tell them what I said to you?
At that moment, I remember I was crying and crying. All I remember is that this was like heavy, like it looked like I was sweating on my face, and I never sweat, which is weird. But I was just like bawling out, and he's like, "Well, don't worry. I think you said that I have something, or like you're gonna like something that I'm making, or something like that."
No, you told me last time that I just said it straight up the name to you. I think I already had it to write at that point. What I remember him saying, he said this recently to me, is that I said, well, don't worry, I'm making Mesozoic Isle for you, and it will, it'll fill the gap of Dinosaur Island. Yeah. That was what it was supposed to be. It was filling the void of Dinosaur Island, and I'm making it for Caesar. And then I think it was after that he got really excited for it. And then that's when we first started talking about him possibly joining in, kind of like Dinosaur Island Revival. I don't even know if Dinosaur Island Revival was announced at that point. So it might have been a concept before Dinosaur Island Revival was even a thing.
Yeah. I think
possibly. It depends on when they first started talking about it. If they first started talking about it during the process of Dinosaur Island Season 3, then no. Dinosaur Island Revival would have happened first, but the concept would have. But yeah, right around the same time when you think about it.
Caesar must be
really pissed.
Made more episodes. I was pretty happy once Gibson started making more episodes. I mean, I don't really know how I feel about them now. Season 5 is by far my favorite, definitely so far.
Yeah, I mean, but Caesar doesn't really care about Dinosaur Island anymore because now he has Mesozoic Island. It's way better. I'm just kidding, guys. Caesar, no, what was this? I do love you, Sean. When does MO get released? What's MO?
It's that new ripoff, Mesozoic off.
Okay then. I was super depressed, boy, when I saw that vid. True friends remember the exact date and time of their meeting.
Jesus Christ, what do you expect, Billy Goat? We're only human.
And, you know, we weren't like sitting there like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna be my best friend forever. I'm gonna write down this exact time and date. I mean, if we really wanted to, we could go. We've done it before. We went back through our Google Hangouts things and we found the first call. If you want to know the exact time or date that it happened, go on my growing channel video, Help Me Grow, and in the comments section, you'll see Cesar's comment that he made on my video saying, "You're my inspiration" or something like that.
Inspiration.
And that was, I was like just around 100 subscribers, just under 100 subscribers, somewhere around there. And it was like the first time anybody admired me that much, and I melted, and I got really embarrassed, and I made this video like on the spot. It was at night when I saw the comment. I had my laptop in my bed, on this bed. I was sitting in there. I lived in Ohio at the time.
And you were shirtless.
I was shirtless. I just instantly made a video with the camera on my laptop and was talking about it. I'm like, yes, thank you. Like, Cesar, yeah, your name was just Cesar Chavez at the time. That's what your channel was. Like, thank you, Cesar Chavez. Oh my God. I mean, I'm so happy you like my stuff. And then I kept telling him I wanted to talk to him. You know, I wanted to talk to him. And so I kept messaging him, trying to get his email, and we were having trouble. But I got so embarrassed with the shirtless video, I ended up deleting it, and that's the worst decision I've ever made ever since then. I will not delete anything that goes on my channel. If I don't want it public, I make it private. I will never delete a video that I've ever made again, because I regret my first video that I ever did talking to Cesar like that. And so you can only find the second one that I did, which was like a couple days after or something like that. But eventually he and I talked, and you were like really scared, and you didn't answer my calls on Hangouts a couple times.
You called me, and then I hung up, and then I called you, and then
Yep. And then eventually we started talking. We talked like all night long, and
yeah, it was like 5 in the morning when we hung up.
I mean, it was fun. And ever since then, I mean, he and I were so alike too. It was just friendship immediately. Damn it, Kiki, I want to see that. Yeah, I wish I still had it, my dude. I'm so sorry. I really am. I hate myself for doing it. I really do. That's why I don't delete anything. That's why I encourage all of you to never delete any of your stuff. If you ever, like Cesar, he was kind of considering it with Godzilla Fan 40. He wanted to start over fresh. I'm like, no, that's your memory lane. You know, you want to know where you came from. That's why I leave up all my Godzilla stuff. There was times where I even considered just making all the videos private for my Godzilla stuff, so it could just be my my dinosaur stuff now, because I just want to be recognized as a dinotuber. But no, I want that out there so everybody can see where I come from. I can see where I came from and where I improved. I think that's important for everybody to know, because life is a learning experience. And never delete your stuff. Never. Just make it private. You really want it private. So there you go. Hey, Matthew the Dinosaur King made it. Hey, dude, I'm gonna make you a moderator.
Make Matt.
Yeah, Kikizola, I just unlisted all my old crappy videos, and most of them are in playlists. Good for you. You didn't make the same mistake I did. Take your shirt off. No. I'm not taking my shirt off. Well, there's something called DeviantArt, you Billy Goat.
Because he wants to see your abs.
What the heck, man? I know I have good abs, but come on. No. I don't feel like it. Mo Mouths. You naughty boy, Billy Goat. You're going to timeout. There you go. Get back in your corner, son. Think about what you did. I wish I didn't have to delete my first channel, but, you know, stuff happened. I understand why you did it, but I still will never support the deleting of a channel or the deleting of videos like that. If I've already seen your shirtless dog. Well, you're friends with me on Facebook, so yeah, you've seen myself.
I see this man shirtless all the time. He sees me shirtless all the time.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Or me though, because I hate her.
Q&A question. Take off your shirt? Question mark. Oh my gosh. Oof. I'm not taking off my shirt. But yeah, I mean, Cesar and I have been on this journey for a long time. And I'm really happy that we've both kind of settled in the spot that we like. And Cesar's coming to DinoTube, guys. I mean, he's not there yet, but this guy is going to be one of the big greats of DinoTube. I promise you that. So go over there and subscribe to him. He's awesome. Take off your socks. Deal. I'll do that.
My socks are already off.
There you go.
Oh, I said take them off.
Freaking pieces of lint from the socks coming into my toes.
Wow! I can't wait. I'm so excited to get my Safari package.
I don't like having my socks off. Why? Because the floor just like all sticky and shit.
I have carpet, so I'm.
Excellent. Nice feet. Well, thank you. I'm proud of them. Matt, you lucky. Whoopsie poopsie, I made a boo-boo. What'd you do? Gibson? What'd you do?
Oh, Gibby. Oh, Gibby.
You kissed in your Giga inspired me to do a private investigator series. What? But I think you're talking here. Let me get like one so you can have a better in focus picture of that, because I love that picture. There you go. I cut myself a lot. What the heck, dude? Don't cut yourself. Don't do that. Not because I'm emo. Well, don't do it.
I mean, I randomly cut my knuckles off.
But he does that by accident. Easily my favorite figure, because it takes the default thing, because I can't tell you guys what my real favorite figure is, because it's the Monster Commander Rex. Or can't show you guys what it is.
I want that Giga so bad. I still
Giga's so great.
Aiden, why can't you have a job so you can buy
it? So I can buy it for you?
Exactly.
My dudes, we shall meet at G-Fest 2019, and once I get comfortable driving for long periods of time, I'll meet Spino Dude as well, because he lives an hour and 20 minutes away from me. Cool, man. That's awesome. I don't know if I'll go to G-Fest 2019. I want to. My friend Chris Cooper, I don't know if you guys know him. If any of you guys are Godzilla people, then you know him as GojiFan93. He deleted his channel since, which I understand why he did it, but yet again, I kind of wish that he didn't, because I don't really support that kind of stuff. I think that he should have just made everything private or something, or make it all unlisted. But he wants me to go with him next year, because I couldn't go with him this year. So maybe I'll go next year. I want to. I really want to go to meet Caesar, but Caesar and I already have other things planned. So me and Dino Man are going to get together and do stuff during winter break. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's freaking awesome. Great. That is really cool. Because I feed my duck corn and the can it comes is in. Oh, it's because it's sharp. Gotcha. Was that a Reborg? Poor Vitae just got called Reborg.
All right, guys. You know it's time. The Titanic has sunk. Everyone leave the ship.
I accidentally got caught in the vortex again. Don't worry about me. I'm sure the cosmic gods of pain will release me soon. That's no biggie. I'm not worried about you. You'll make it out alive. This is a Vitae Giga, and it is amazing. Far better than anything Reborg can produce. And yeah, I love this thing. This thing is beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
I want that figure.
I can't wait to get some more Vitae stuff. I really want them to release that Suchomimus, boy.
Oh, no. I want their Sin Raptor.
Kiki, who's the other guy in the live stream? This is ArtsyDilo, a.k.a. Cesar Chavez. He's a long-life friend of mine. He's also been known as Godzilla Fan 40. That was his old channel, so I don't know if you'd recognize that. And he is a part of the Prehistoric Archipelago canon, a.k.a. the universe of Mesozoic Isle. And he's doing his own series or series of short films and the mini-series and stuff like that within the canon of the Prehistoric Archipelago. So that's why he's on the stream. Delta, you, Spino Dude, and I should meet sometime at the Dinosaur Place and Waterford CT. But then again, my mother would never support that because she thinks you people are a bunch of predators. Vite is doing a Suko? Yes. Hmm?
No, it's because Matthew said, "Ah, cool, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Matthew."
Naughty. What do me think you could do? English, please.
I'm just so confused.
I looked up Rebor Giga and Vite Giga came up. That's why. Ah, well, it's a Vite Giga.
Blame me.
Why would the U can though? But that's about that should of. I'm gonna ignore him. That makes a lot of sense. That's kind of what I meant on wait or I didn't inspire it sooner because I don't want my parents worrying. There you go. What did I do to get timed out? You were saying a bunch of bad stuff.
You did life.
You did life, yeah. You're not allowed to live, my dude. We've already been streaming for an hour, and we still have over 10 viewers. That's freaking awesome. How many likes do we have? We have 6. Get some more likes. If you guys are not subscribed to ArtsyDilo, go subscribe to him right now. A link in the description. Especially if you want to watch, Prehistoric Archipelago stuff on his channel, which
and if you want to see the first ever review on the Safari 2019 Styracosaurus.
There you go. There's another reason. Bad, son.
It's gonna get here soon.
How much was the Vite Giga? I paid $130 something for it, but that's because I got it out when it first came out. You can see my video on it. It was like I got the special edition version, so it was like $80 something, and then with the shipping, it was around $130 something.
What's better than Dinosaur Island Season 5 or Dinosaur Island Season 5? Well, it's Dinosaur Island Season 4.
Hey, actually, there's a good discussion. So Cesar and I were just debating earlier. He likes the second episode of Dinosaur Island Season 5 better, and I like the first one better. And I want to see what you guys think. What you guys think is better. I personally thought that the second episode was a little... it definitely made improvements. I liked the length of the first episode better. I felt like the pacing was better, and it was a lot more unique. I also felt more compelled by the storylines in episode 1. I felt like the second episode was too repetitive with its setup. And Cesar likes the second episode better. What's your argument?
I like the second episode better because, please, everyone here, don't kill me, especially you, Gibson. I don't like Jane.
I don't really care for Jane all that much either.
I don't like Jane. I found the Tyrannosaurus Rex gang pack not interesting, mainly because, like Kiki was saying, Tyrannosaurus most likely hunted in a family group, and none of those Rexes are...
Well, that's what I like to think, but I said that I can do anything.
The same thing, too. I mean, because if we look at modern-day, pack hunting animals, it's usually family groups.
Yeah, they usually have a family connection. I don't really have a problem with that pack in that respect.
I thought it was really boring watching them, to be honest. I didn't feel any, sympathy or empathy for Gene at all. I didn't care, to put it like that. So I found the first episode to be very boring, and especially the Utah Raptor pack. I'm gonna Gibson, a Camarasaurus would buy arms.
I agree exactly what Gibson just said. He said in the first episode was better shot despite the shaky cam issues. The shaky cam ruined the shots for me, in my opinion. But I also think that it has a more impressive cinematic vibe to it, and I agree with the story setup was better. On the other hand, episode 2 I actually think was more well edited, and it was just smoother and flowed better. I agree with that. I also agree with Cesar, though. I don't really care about Jane all that much because season 4 I felt like didn't really make her all that interesting to me. I'm going to be honest. But I like the tension and where you're bringing her, so I think there's a lot of potential with her. If anything, I was kind of a little bit if anything, kind of annoyed when Junior showed up, and I'm like, oh, another T-Rex storyline. I know T-Rexes are a important part of Dinosaur Island, and I want them to stay because, you know, that's part of Dinosaur Island, what it is, in that lineage. But Junior felt like unnecessary to me, and there wasn't really a clear inciting action I can think of right now. I just don't find them very interesting or compelling. But I'm giving it a chance because it might have an overlap with Jane's story, and if that happens, or maybe something really interesting will happen, and it will make me enjoy them. But that's just my initial thoughts. I don't really like Junior.
The whole reason, definitely like Bionicle said, I see this whole story set up, the inciting action in the first episode. I mean, for what he's trying to do, it's going very well. I just didn't find the first episode entertaining. But the second episode I did find entertaining and more interesting in the fact where he brings back the Styracosaurs, and I had just seen what was it, season 3 again? Season 3 or 2. I was watching some episode from the older seasons, and I had just seen the Styracosaurs. So seeing them again was also like, oh wow, they're back. So I really enjoyed that, and I really found it interesting how the big Styracosaurus figure, he has it so it keeps growing, and then it's starting to have problems with growing, and it's showing more how this can be an actual animal, because actual animals have that problem where there's some genetic mutation that just allows them to keep growing, and that becomes a problem. So I found that to be very interesting. The Allosaurus, in my opinion, Aria, that was the name, right? I don't remember.
Aria, yeah, the Allosaurus.
Yeah. Was really disappointing. I'm sorry, Gibson, but it was disappointing in my opinion.
I was really disappointed with it too.
Disappointed.
Now, I mean, all of my complaints, like I've said, are very minor. I love season 5. Even with me just saying, I just think that I like the episode 1 better. I still love episode 2. I do. We're just giving constructive criticism. I mean, even though Junior kind of bugged me, it was a minor bug. The only thing that with season 5 at all that really bugs me right now is that I was super hyped for the Allosaurus. It's maybe my fault because I was really looking forward to an Allosaurus storyline. And then when she came out, I was like, that's just kind of boring. And I really didn't like where it was going. It felt like she was just incompetent to me. The fact that she didn't, I mean, you might be trying to build an interesting pack dynamic, but so far it just doesn't work with the fact that she's like that all the males do all the work and that she's just useless or something, that she did nothing in her life and so she doesn't know how to hunt, or she doesn't know how to hunt alone or something. Either way, it just felt kind of incompetent to me. And I was just like, I felt really disappointed with it.
Thank you so much for the subscription, Matthew. It means a lot. But yeah, definitely the Allosaurus it's an adult Allosaurus, and it
actually hold your thought.
Oh,
keep that in mind because Gibson's gone. So wait till he comes back so he can hear you. Keep that in mind. Tag it in your head.
I'll be back then. With that said, a little brown something just arrived.
Oh, ooh, do that. I like the Allosaurus because it's like the butterfly effect. What do you mean the butterfly effect? I don't know what you mean by the butterfly effect. Either way, I just thought Aria was kind of boring. What do you think of the PNSO T-Rex? The big one or the young one? Don't show the address on that like Gibson. Keep that there so you can unbox it.
Huh?
Keep it off to the side so you can unbox it.
I know, definitely. That's exciting. 2019 Styrax in there.
Butterfly effect because her mate died in the past episode. Let me look up what the butterfly effect definition is again. Butterfly effect.
I see the butterfly effect there.
Phenomenon where a minute localized change is in a complex system can have large effects elsewhere. I disagree. I don't think that's a butterfly effect. I mean, yeah, and her mate didn't die in the past episode. He died in the past season, season 4. So I don't see, and that's a big change. If you're the way he set it up, he makes it seem like she was reliant on her mate. And that's not a little change. And it doesn't. The butterfly effect doesn't really work there.
I mean, there's no way that she would have even matured to a full-size Allosaurus if she didn't know how to.
Yeah, I mean, what, did she find her mate when they were really young and then she just lived off of him the whole time? There's just no explanation to it. It's a movie about time travel and an Allosaurus is featured. Okay, then. Okay, regarding Arya, she is supposed to be somewhat incompetent since she's never hunted alone before. That's where her character is starting, so she can grow from there. Also, Junior's plot is going to be entirely distant from Jane's. The fact that he is a T-Rex and part of Bloodtooth lineage is largely irrelevant this season. Gotcha. Yes, that I mean, yet again, maybe I'm giving a chance to see where he's going to head. And maybe he'll make up for it. But just my first reaction to Juniors, I'm like, oh, another T-Rex storyline. I was kind of looking forward to something else. I was kind of hoping maybe a Giga would be a part of that or something. But yeah, I mean, I guess you're meaning to make her incompetent. Just that personally just doesn't grip me very much. I felt like maybe more of a backstory could have helped her out a lot. Maybe more of a motivation for us to care about the fact that she's incompetent. It didn't grip me. That's the only part that I really didn't really like. Everything else is minor complaints, but this is the only part of the season so far that I just don't really like, was Arya, which is a little unfortunate. What were you going to say about her, Cesar?
Now that Gibson's back, the whole her not knowing how to hunt is like really. You say it right there, since she's never hunted alone before, that it doesn't click with me at all.
Yeah, because you have to grow up for a while. And
yeah.
I mean, I guess you could have had parents to help you, which would make sense, and then she immediately got a mate. But that can make sense, you know, but I feel like there should have been more to her there. I don't know.
Still, by far, season 5 is the best.
Easily.
So far. But these are just like complaints that we have.
I had someone in the last stream I was in, I forget who they were. They told me that season 5 is easily one of the worst seasons, and I'm like, well, where's your major malfunction? I don't get that at all. Like, that seems really weird to me that somebody would actually think that. We are giving criticism here, but Cesar and I love season 5 of Dinosaur Island. I mean, I absolutely adore it. These are just constructive criticisms to give feedback to Gibson. I am not trashing this. I absolutely adore it, and I will defend it. I think it's the best season of Dinosaur Island ever. You will not win me over on any other argument. He's doing an absolutely amazing job this season. We were just trying to have a friendly argument on whether or not season 2 or episode 2 or 1 was better, or which one we liked more. If it makes any difference of the 6 plots in the season, Arya, Junior, and the Raptors are more secondary, whereas Jane, Ernest, and Doyle and the Styracosaurs are primary. Okay, that makes more sense. I consider Allosaurus on the island as a species that lives in constant social flow, almost never being truly solitary without the advantage of teamwork. That's a really interesting concept. Yet again, I just feel like that should have been emphasized more.
Definitely.
It kind of felt like you just threw it in there, and then it was just devoted to a line of dialogue. Yes, it was one line of dialogue, which isn't as bad as Dino Man's introduction of Chris and telling his whole backstory, like right there on the spot while we're just staring at him instead of showing us it. You know, show, don't tell. Even though it was just one line of dialogue, I really felt like that should have been shown. That's my main gripe with her. What about Red Sail at Binosaurus? I hope he doesn't return. I mean, you know, his storyline has already been set up with DIR, and for me, I don't like seeing stuff where I already know the outcome of them. You know, I know that they're alive. It feels really uncompelling to me. That's why I usually don't like prequels unless they have something unique to offer or a new spin on it, because there just isn't any weight to something like that. And I'm glad that Red Sail's not in this season. So maybe he'll make a cameo. I'm sure he'll probably make a cameo, but I hope he doesn't return fully. Well, time to narrate the shite out of Arya's story next episode. Oh my gosh. Reminds me of when my friend watched Infinity War and they were complaining about what happened in the film, and I was like, "But it was a good movie, right?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, of course."
Well, we're not saying this as like a bad thing. We're not saying that it's bad. We're
No,
just
we're
saying
giving
we're just
criticism.
yeah, criticism, constructive criticism. And I mean, it's not like we're just trashing on it. Me and Aiden are both huge fans of Dinosaur Island. I mean, I cried so much at the
Yeah,
end
I
of.
think it's just misinterpretation on your end. I mean, we're maybe it seems like that because we're just talking about criticisms right now, but it started off because we're just arguing whichever one we liked more, which the season or episode 2 or 1. And I mean, Gibson's right here. He understands. He's getting constructive criticism here, and I think that if people are talking like this, just constantly about your series, I think that's if anything, it's a good thing. It's just that people are that committed and put that much investment into your series about dinosaur toys that they can actually have conversations like this about it.
Speaking of dinosaur toys,
did you just show your address?
no, I had it covered with my hands.
Oh,
yeah,
there
it's
you go.
Down. Don't worry.
He is. He was in the trailers. He was. Oh, damn it. Yeah, he has a bit part to play. Well, I'm hoping he's not like something we have to attach ourselves to, and more like plays off of something else. But if it's not, I mean, I'm sure you'll make it work. Funny, I really didn't cry at all when DI season 3 ended. Sure, I was sad to see it go, but I mean, I don't know. I thought it was the right time. I agree. That's how I was. I was even kind of making fun of Caesar on the spot, friendly, making fun of him because he was crying so much. And I'm like, I think I even said to you, it's a show about dinosaur toys, Caesar, shut up, or something like that. Very small bit part, straight up cameo. Don't worry. Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, but I was crying. I mean, I grew up watching Dinosaur Island.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, he introduced me to Dinosaur Island, and I watched this 2 seasons and all of the episodes that were currently out of season 3 to catch up, and then he and I started watching the end of it together. And I know for sure, I don't know if we watched any of the other ones. I think we were watching them around the same time, but we definitely watched the last episode of Dinosaur Island season 3 together at the exact same time. We just like synced up our videos and watched them, and that was a pretty good send-off. I mean, it had its flaws. Definitely now that I look back on it, I think it's a pretty bad exit in terms of like an actual final thing. It's more kind of like an homage rather than an actual episode. But it was definitely a nice send-off at the time.
Still haven't seen Dinosaur Island Revival.
I'd love it if you guys would check out my DeviantArt page. Oh, I'll definitely check that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't use DeviantArt too much, so don't expect me to be on there. I'll probably just go check it out and just every once in a while look at it. But yeah, I fell into a deep, dark depression when I heard it was ending. Yeah, I mean, at the time, it was like nothing else, right? At least, now we have Yakana Island, Titans of Acralis, Cenozoic, Dinosaur Island Revival, and stuff that are going to be filling the shoes right after DI Season 6 ends. And we're, DI is over. We'll have other great shows to fill that void, and I'm sure Gibson's going to do other interesting stuff after DI. I think I'm going to be making a teaser for episode 3 involving the final new character who hasn't shown up yet. The Great Southern Huntress is on her way. The Giga, I'm guessing. I don't think I had even watched Gibson's video in which he said it would be the end, but I felt like it was the right time to end the show, and sure enough, it did, or didn't. It did. Well, it did. I think DI G1, version 1, or whatever you want to call it, ended. That was its own thing. I consider DI Season 4 a rebirth, a soft reboot, and I think it's a completely different show, in my opinion. I don't connect it to the originals. And so I don't feel obligated to go back and watch the other ones, in my opinion. If I were to binge watch it, I'd just start from Season 4. Because honestly, I'm going to be honest, I don't like Season 1 or 2 of Dinosaur Island. I didn't really like them at the time. And I definitely don't really like them now because of the quality issues. Season 3, I still think was pretty good, at least from what I remember it as. I don't feel like going back and watching the lower quality. But I consider DI Season 4 through 6 a completely different show, and I prefer it vastly over the original.
Onyx died and then magically we came back.
Yes. Season 3 strengths and weaknesses discussed. We never talked about season 3. Do you remember more about season 3 than I do?
I watched a couple episodes of season 3, but not too much.
Oh yeah, you just watched a couple. How was the quality hold up since how you remembered it?
It's a lot better now, definitely. The shooting, the angles is a lot better now. You don't see that wooden fence, that we were discussing yesterday. Oh gosh.
Nobody knows what we're talking about. I'm gonna keep it that way. I barely remember season 3. I'm gonna be honest. I barely remember it. But I remember the T-Rex storyline the best. I know Blizzard was in it. Blizzard was boring. Boring Blizzard. Alliteration. No, the T-Rex storyline was really interesting. I liked that a lot. And I like my favorite scene in season 3 of all of season 3 was the scene where Little Tyrant dies. He's going. I kind of liked it better when he just died. I kind of wish Camo didn't bring him back, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think Camo did anything really objectively terrible with him. I just kind of liked the harshness of nature with the fact that he died and was abandoned by his family. I thought it was a really powerful moment, and it kind of sours it now that I know the Tyrant's still alive. But yeah, the T-Rex storyline was interesting. I think that there was something with Red Sail. Did Red Sail fight? Yeah.
Yeah, Red Sail fought to protect his only family member, which is a Anubis.
And then Grant was there, and then Grant died, and his mate died. Red Sail's mate, right?
I think so. It's hard to remember.
Yeah.
I didn't see all of it. I saw some of it.
Yeah, if the only inherent problems, people talk crap about DIR all the time. I didn't watch DIR for the longest time because it was kind of resetting the quality thing. I was already not willing to go back and watch season 1 of Dinosaur Island, and then it kind of restarted again with DIR, and that was my inherent problem because the quality just went down. And eventually, it caught up again, and I've watched it more recently. I think the beginning of this year, I went back and finally watched all of DIR. But my inherent problem with it is that it kind of made it so certain characters in DI, we didn't have any weight to them because we knew they lived on or something like that.
This is why I
revived characters who are dead.
I haven't seen Dinosaur Island Revival because I just want nothing spoiled for me. But even Gibson himself in season 4 when Mars dies, and then he's talking about the baby Lythornax. It's and he might get revenge in the next, or he might get revenge later on, or it's or even up to 50 years from now. I'm oh, okay, so I know that's a character in DI.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, dude, Red Sail did so much that season. He killed that Sinraptor and found a mate and killed Grant. Oh man, he was a crazy man. I don't remember crap about him.
Seasons 3 with the Spinosaurus sex, right?
Oh. Yeah, I honestly, I don't remember much about Red Sail in there. I forgot.
I don't remember too much of season 3 either. I've only seen a couple of episodes.
GIR season 2 level quality. Yeah, somewhere around there. Good on you, Caesar. Don't spoil the non-deaths. Almost as bad as spoiling actual deaths. It really is. Now, this is not Camo's fault. A lot of people blame it on Camo. I disagree with that. I think it's just an inherent problem that, it just is an unfortunate line of events, the fact that, Gibson ended up wanting to come back, and it just, inherently, it was a problem. But I don't think that it's Camo's fault for the reason that it happened, because when Camo was doing it, he was the next Dinosaur Island. He had every right to do whatever he wanted with it. And then Gibson came back and wanted to read, do another 3 seasons, which I'm really happy he did. But because of the way that things lined up, unfortunately, it just kind of makes the experience a little less, hold less weight, which is why I'm really hoping, and I'm glad that Gibson seems to be steering away from the past characters and having new ones. Of course, he's bringing back some of the old ones, which is okay, but yeah.
Which is
It's
one
the
thing
curse of prequels and sequels, yeah.
I think one thing that we learned with our relationship that we're going to be doing for Mesozoic Isle is definitely we learned from their little flaws that they had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Too obvious. What's too obvious? And then Camo reconnected the 50 years, or retconned the 50 years of DIR because that's absurd, and now it's 20. Yeah, that was a good decision. Really good decision. That was one thing I was like, how the hell is the small animal like Silas still alive after all that? You know, after 50 years. Apparently Dilophosaurus can live like 60, 70 years to age. I mean, that's ridiculous.
That's good to know. I'm gonna write that down for Mesozoic.
Dinosaur Dilophosaurus can live 70 years. Noted. Oh my god. Yeah. Any questions reverting back to Mesozoic Isle, Prehistoric Archipelago, Caesar's short film, reverting back to that stuff?
I'm surprised he hasn't asked what the hell is this thing about. He just got in here not too long ago.
How do you know he just discovered it this morning? Like, did he like just comment on there saying, "Oh wow, this is cool" or something? I have a prediction that the next episode will show the fires, and then next we'll go on to more detail on Arya. Yeah, well, definitely more on Arya. He already confirmed that with one of his comments. But I think that the reason why the Styracosaurus are in the forest right now is because they're going to get burnt to the ground with the fire. So, burn them with fire.
So hot.
That's really funny. I remember the old days. Oh my god. Especially if they just discovered it, they should not be admiring and holding on to nostalgia. I mean, humans are inherently flawed with holding on to nostalgia in general. I mean, nostalgia is literally your evolutionary disliking of change. I mean, that's literally what nostalgia is. It's because humans don't like change, and that's our holding on to past. That's what nostalgia is. I mean, a lot of people don't like hearing that, but that's just a fact. That's what it is. And I try to look past that because I want to grade everything on a equal merit. And that's why I openly say, I don't like season 1 and 2 of Dinosaur Island. I can't go back and watch them. I liked season 3 of Dinosaur Island, but I don't think I could go back and enjoy watching it just because of quality issues. And I think season 4 and 5 are superior in every single way. And I'm not going to let nostalgia hold me back on that. That's also why I believe Jurassic World is better than Jurassic Park. Because I just don't let nostalgia grab a hold of my head and bang it into the desk. I'm not saying it's bad if you like those things. I just don't let nostalgia grab a hold of it. And I think that more people should, you know, try to level out their nostalgia and grade everything on an equal merit. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, DI season 5 is terrible," or the worst season, because it's not like the originals. And just stop holding on to your nostalgia and open your eyes.
If you did like season 1 and 2, I'd be concerned.
There you go. Due to the fact that all dinosaurs in MI are synthetically made and that some could be genetically modified, do any of them have extended lifespans? Excellent question. Excellent question. Absolutely. We currently think that Tyrannosaurus probably couldn't live to like 25 or longer in age, but Rex inside of Mesozoic Isle season 1 is already 25 or older. He's definitely an older individual, and a lot of sauropods have been extended in age and can live for quite a while. So yes, they can have extended lifespans or shortened ones based on genetic errors or whatnot. So absolutely, they can have flaws or purposeful extensions on their life, which is just another way to help us, you know, with story writing and also make it a little bit more unique and play around with it. But it's not also, while a lot of these things were originally made to help make excuses and, you know, fill in the canon to make it a little bit more believable, we've actually been kind of playing around and taking advantage of these things and making a lot of unique things like the Monster Commander Rex. And so, yeah. Though I still love season 4, it is rather flawed now that I've watched it like 4 times. I've still only watched it once. I'm gonna be honest, and I was actually. I think Gibson responded to 1 or 2 of my comments before I was even a part of DinoTube, and I was criticizing some of them. I was trying to be constructive about it. It was pretty early on, and I was when he was trying to rightfully defend his show in certain respects. I got a little intimidated, and I started backing off criticizing his stuff. But now that I know him and I know that he's really nice and open to it, I don't back off of it like I did at that time. Jurassic World is a forgettable summer blockbuster that actively plays on nostalgia. Jurassic Park is a good movie. I won't defend it as a masterpiece, but come on. I'm sorry. I just really like Jurassic World a lot more. I think it's more well written. I like the characters better. And I
just wish they used the Dilophosaurus.
Yeah, I mean, it actually has a decent amount of Dilophosaurus in it compared to the other Jurassic Park sequels. Sorry, dude, but whenever you say Jurassic World is better, it sounds like you're just ignoring nostalgia and bias, and more like you're just being a contrarian. I just really like Jurassic World a lot more better. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I still like Jurassic Park. I'm not saying I don't like it, but I just think it's better, in my opinion. You and I can agree to disagree, but that's never gonna change about me. Ever since I first saw Jurassic World, that's what really got me into the Jurassic Park series, because I thought it was a good movie. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom came.
I don't like it. I rewatched Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I gave it a second chance because I had a little thing on like my Google Play thing that was like I can rent any movie for 99 cents. So I got it for 99 cents. I rented it and I watched it when I was in the hospital, which was recently.
Oh, you finally watched it?
I rewatched it when I was in the hospital because I had nothing better to do, right? Because I had like already bench watched all those Finer Dudes reviews. But okay, so I'm watching it right and I'm like, oh my god, this is crap compared to Jurassic World. And I'm watching it and I noted in the Indoraptor scene, it gets kicked out of the window. I'm like,
yeah.
How? I sat down and I analyzed the film. It was an okay film, but compared to Jurassic World is better. Jurassic World, in my opinion, is the second best part of Jurassic movie. I liked Park more, because I just feel like the whole concept of it, the like original, is just it brings back a lot of like, oh my god, like, oh, and plus I started reading the novel from Jurassic Park, and the novel is so much better than the movie.
Oh, really?
Yes, the novel is like
the movie has a lot of flaws that really annoy me in it, and Laura Dern, every time I see her, I want to throw up. But yeah, I mean, I understand that. I think that he's perfectly right. I'm not going to argue with him and say he's wrong for liking Jurassic Park more. Which kind of feels like that's what you're saying to me, Gibson. But I respect that other people have their opinions. I just think, in my opinion, I think Jurassic World is better. And also, my second favorite Jurassic Park movie is Jurassic Park 3. And I know that's not going to be a popular decision, but the reason why is because Jurassic Park is kind of boring to me. And Jurassic Park 3 is super fun to watch. I mean, I'm sorry, but when I watch it, I'm like, this is hella fun. It's the shortest, and it's just action-packed, and I just really love watching it. And I'm sorry, but I really support the T-Rex getting its butt kicked, because I really wanted to see a new animal. I'm not even that big of a fan of Spinosaurus. I just wanted to see a new theropod being shown off. And the fact that it shows that, T-Rex isn't the biggest and baddest everything, I thought that was amazing, and it was fun to see. So that's it. Let's move back off from Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park 3 is my third favorite Jurassic movie. I dislike the fall of Lost World. I don't like the Lost World. It's just really boring to me. To watch the Lost World, and the San Diego scene, it's supposed to be like based off the book Lost World, but from what I've heard, the book is way better than the film. I know that the novel for Jurassic Park is like amazing compared to the movie. The movie does not do the book any respect. Inside of the book, like there's Compsognathus is on the mainland on Costa Rica, which is it's awesome, and in the very beginning of the novel, you start off by seeing one of the workers having slashed and everything. So the attack scene from the movie, you see that, and this guy's being rushed
Well, you hear it.
to this
Read it.
little operation on the coastland of Costa Rica. And so they're going through this whole process of figuring out what did it and stuff, and the guy's just like screaming raptor, the word raptor, and it's like so intense. The book is just amazing. It doesn't, the movie does not do the book justice at all, in my opinion. It's, if you want a good Jurassic experience, go on YouTube and listen to the audiobook.
That is a weird plot hole, King Egypticus. That is a really weird plot hole. All right, yeah, let's move off of Jurassic Park, where this is not a Jurassic Park stream and not a Jurassic Park community. I started reading the book. I need to get back to it. There you go. So yeah, what do you is there anything else you wanted to say about your stuff in Prehistoric Archipelago?
Well, I don't know. Does anyone have any questions about scars?
No, King Egypticus had a really great question before. We did answer it, right? Yeah, we did. Story Hell Creek will be released on Barnum Brown's birthday. Ooh, that's awesome. Is that guy that named T-Rex? I think that's the guy that named T-Rex or something like that. I finished Mike Crichton's novel in 3 weeks, and that's fast for me. There you go. I don't like books. I can't stand the medium, in my opinion.
I don't either, but I couldn't have to.
Yeah.
What part of the islands does Scars take place on? Scars will take place in Hidden Valley.
So, yeah, you're going to have to wait till season 2 before we really explore a different place than Hidden Valley. Well, I guess the prologue episode technically explores a scene somewhere else, but still. New topic. What is the best DIL Stars series on DinoTube? Like, what is the one that holds the standard all the others must follow? Or is there even such a series? I think DI Season 4 really initiated the change to that direction. The one that holds that, I don't think there is one, because Yakana Island Season 2 is really good. Dinosaur Island Season 5 is really good. And Cenozoic is really good. And I'm talking about only the ones that have been released, actually have things out there. I think Dinosaur Island Season 5 is probably the forefront because that's the most popular. Personally, I'm really intrigued most by Cenozoic because it's new and I really want to see where that's going. I like the sound effects in Yakana Island, at least for roars, a lot. I think I like those the best. But he also has some silent bits that could use more noise. I think overall the sound design is probably best inside Dinosaur Island Season 5. I don't know. I think I'm gonna say Dinosaur Island Season 5 because it's the most popular. But I was really looking forward to the new mammalian roars for the dinosaurs. I think it's a new, fresh take. But honestly, there's many occasions where they kind of are just straight up a cougar screaming or something like that, and I can't ignore it, and it really bugs me, if I'm being honest. It's probably my least favorite change for Dinosaur Island Season 5 is that it's using the mammalian roars and stuff like that. It's probably the one I like the least. But what do you think, Cesar? What's the one you think is holding the most? You can do anything. You don't have to work by my rules. I was just using, things that are out right now or whatever.
I definitely agree that Dinosaur Island Season 4 really made the biggest leap, adding sound effects, quality, going out and filming at different locations. I'm gonna I haven't seen Cenozoic. I've not seen any of Cenozoic.
You're missing out.
So, without seeing Cenozoic, I'm going to say that my only option right now is between Dinosaur Island Season 5 and Yakana Island Season 2. And between those two, I'm sorry, Eric, but I'm going to give this one to Gibson for Season 5. Right now, Season 5 has a really good standing, but once Mesozoic Isle comes out, it's just going to crush the competition.
I appreciate the compliment, but I wouldn't say that it's gonna be that like
Well,
that.
I mean, it in a sense, Titans of Acralis and Mesozoic Isle have a head start on top of everything because they
They're
both are
starting
coming
off
in.
like that.
They're starting off like
Well,
that.
so is Cenozoic because it technically just started with
Well,
that.
I still haven't seen Cenozoic, so I can't say anything about that.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen of Mesozoic Isle, because I've seen a lot of behind the stuff, I haven't seen anything that compares to it.
Wow, that's a compliment.
I mean, I love Shots Gibson inside of season 5, and I loved a lot of things about season 5. But I'd say the big difference between Mesozoic Isle and Dinosaur Island, since those are probably going to be the two biggest competitors, is what you're willing to do. Because Aiden here is willing, and I told you this, you're willing to buy.
I don't know if anybody saw that. I like legit just full on tilted my head because he's not talking. He's just not pandering to me. He's fully honest with everything. I mean,
I'm being serious. I mean, the whole thing here is what I'm saying here is that you're willing to do things. You're willing to buy figures just to send them to someone to destroy them for a scene.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but I mean, okay, so you're talking about full on production scale.
I'm going like full on.
Okay, I think that Mesozoic Isle does have that, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to turn out, or I guess I hope it'll show up. I don't know. I have a hard time talking about it like that and comparing mine to stuff when it hasn't been out, and I haven't heard criticisms of it yet.
Well, I've seen scenes from Mesozoic Isle, and from what I've seen from Dinosaur Island season 5, Dinosaur Island season 5 has a lot going for it. I have very high expectations for this Gibson.
I think the only thing that I can feel really confident that I'm doing a little better than Dinosaur Island is my action. I think it's a little bit more well cut and edited. That's the only thing really. I mean, and sometimes the puppeting I feel is a little bit better, but that's it. I mean, I did make season 5 in like 13 months, which is kind of insane actually. But I'll be expanding the production time for season 6, as you know. Yeah.
Take your time, make it good.
Especially since it's the send off.
I'm not saying like season 5 is gonna be bad when I say make it good. I mean, when I say make it good, it's like take your time with it and make it good. But I've seen a lot from Mesozoic Isle.
Here you go, Billy Goat. 1 second. If you stop talking for a second, I just want to show Billy this. So before I forget. There you go, bud. Okay, continue.
Make it good.
Make it good. Yeah, I mean,
I'm taking in consideration that Mesozoic Isle, Aiden, he goes out a lot for filming. It's not like he just films. He has his criteria when it comes to a filming location. So that's another thing. I know definitely I see a lot of blades of grass in Dinosaur Island season 5, which is kind of a turnoff in a way.
I like the backdrops. I mean, I know that it's a nice visual difference, but I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm glad you brought that up. I liked the backdrops a lot better in season 4. Even though the shots weren't quite as good as in season 5, I liked the backdrops way better in season 4 because it just felt more natural and open. I can definitely tell it's a backyard in many scenes. I really don't like the grass scenes, like you were saying, with just like the grass that just looks like lawn grass.
Yeah, that's one of the other big things is environment.
Biggest problems with the action, or the tips in regarding action scenes. A lot of your stuff just kind of feels like you wiggle it. Like I was saying, like with Jane when she was attacking the Stegosaurus's leg, you were kind of just smacking her face into the ground, and it just kind of didn't feel like it was very kinetic or there was actual muscle movement. When I try to do mine, I act like you say. Sometimes it can come off a bit too calculated, but I try to make it seem like there's actual. You kind of have a little bit of a hint of the bash fest to it still, and like when Grant or no Junior grabbed the Cryolophosaurus's head, and grabbed it. That one was one of the better ones. But it still kind of felt like it was just kind of like dink and then just grabbed it. I mean, it didn't feel like there was too much motion, like active going to it. And then Arya, when she grabbed onto the Parasaurolophus, I mean, there was all this movement to the camera and to the creatures. And all of a sudden, when she bites it, you could tell that they were just sitting still when her mouth touched it. It's just kind of stuff like that. I try to really, but I do have the advantage of an extra set of hands. That's why I can make my action really good, because I can move the camera with the action, and I can, make it more impactful. Like I've said, that's one big thing that I'm trying to make with Mesozoic Kyle, is that there is no kung fu fighting, like bash fests and stuff like that. There's literally major character deaths and major fights between big characters that end in like one bite. I mean, I'm serious. This stuff, I'm trying to make it as realistic as possible. Things matter. If you get bit in the throat, you're freaking done. I mean, that's just it. So it like, I just try to make it feel a lot more impactful with each and every motion. I guess that's one way I can say it. And a lot of times in Dinosaur Island, it feels like, especially in season 4, but there's hints of it in season 5 where it just kind of feels like you're kind of bashing them or wiggling them on the head, and it doesn't feel like they're actually like kind of attached and moving it. I guess, I hope that helped. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
Execution of blood also would be nice. Better execution of the blood effects, I'd say. Better execution of blood effects.
And
that's
what?
I have to say for Dinosaur Island Season 5.
Oh, yeah, I think the blood could be done a little bit better. Especially the scene where the Cryolophosaurus is dragged through his pool of blood. You could definitely tell it was jam because of the way it moved. And I was like, it's a cool idea for a shot, but it was a little distracting. His camera movement with the action is awesome. So I wish I had easier ways to make that happen. Yeah, I mean, that's something I really wish I didn't, like, I don't bring that up, but because, I do have the advantage of an extra set of hands. But I guess anything, you can make anything possible. If you want to do it, get your dad to come out there and help you. Get Eric to come over and help you film or something. I don't know. Just anything's possible. And a lot of the camera movement that you actually saw inside of the trailer for Mesozoic, the second one, was actually done in editing. I actually made it vibrate or move with the action because that was just like, I just edited it like that. But I do have actual scenes where I have my grandpa move the camera with the stuff, or it is moving when something's slamming into another animal. There you go. Emphasis on every action. Well, you're going to love the final fight of season 5 then. At least I can say that. Awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Leaving Jumanji will be the track reviews for... Oh, cool. Yeah. Anything else you have to say, Cesar?
Not that I can think off the top of my head.
Yeah, but Nigel was still bashing around with Fang for a while, and Caroline. They were still like for a long time before that actually happened. So I don't count that as a one bite. I mean, there's literally a like multiple scenes actually where something comes up, like even on major characters, and it just straight up, you're dead. I mean, that's just it. Like sometimes just shockingly fast. I mean, the character's there, and next minute it's just dead.
I agree with Camo. Episode 13 of season 4 was just bad.
Yeah, I don't like that episode at all.
I rewatched it and I like skipped to the end of the episode, and I'm just like, this entire episode was literally a bash fest.
I already talked to Gibson about that, and I told him what I think he should have done for episode 13, so I'm not going to really stretch into that. He already knows. But, yeah, I mean, I definitely think it was weak. Wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. So, there we go. Has Caesar seen some of my posts on Instagram? I know Aiden has. I don't know.
I don't know.
I want to meet my fathers in real life. Yeah, that's one. That's the big emphasis. I want to try to make everything in Mesozoic Isle seem as real and impactful as possible. So there's no like slipping. There's no way anything like Kristen is going to happen. Never. That's just not going to happen. And my big criticism of Prehistoric Island, especially season 3, was it was just really insane that there was this one big character, which is kind of comparable to Bone Crusher, you know, really powerful tyrant. But the way he handled it was kind of like a big bash fest of everybody teaming up like Infinity War style. And that's nothing you're going to ever see in Mesozoic Isle because I try to play everything as realistically as possible. I don't know. Season 4, episode 5 was really boring and barely contributed to anything to the plot except for the fact that cars were approaching the monster's territory. Yeah, episodes 5 and 6 sucked. I don't remember exactly what those 2 were about, so I can't really say. Finale for season 5 is like a direct antidote to season 4, episode 13. Yes, this is Caesar. If you want to go subscribe to him, his channel is ArtsyDilo. He's a direct member and director of the Prehistoric Archipelago. He has short films and miniseries coming within the canon down there. Don't worry, Aiden, that won't happen in season 4. Awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Season 4 was a marvelous spectacle, but a fairly bland story. Yeah, it was definitely, I mean, it did a lot of great stuff. Season 4 was still pretty entertaining. I mean, it definitely had some major flaws. I mean, season 5 really cracked on. I mean, there's very few things that I can pick on, and the ones I can are very minor. Very minor. So season 5 is absolutely outstanding. Near like, I think very close to about as flawless as a series can get in this community. So I think that that's a very awesome improvement. I think Gibson did. And also, I just want to compliment him again. I think Gibson did absolutely amazing. Like in his streams, he'd constantly say, yes, you know, that was not a very good decision of mine. You know, this was that. He was very open about his mistakes and he was talking about him. He's taking criticism. Gibson is a fantastic example, people. You know, listen to Gibson, see what he's doing, take criticism and encourage it. I mean, just, you know, work and try to improve. That's how we all make what we want to come true. You know, the best series we can possibly do is just, you know, keep improving. I know that Mesozoic Isle will have flaws. I'm not going to say it's going to be flawless. And I'm really looking forward to hearing what they are so I can improve them and make season 2 even better. But I'm definitely trying my best to try to make it as flawless as possible. So just try your best, guys. My favorite episode in season 4 are 2, 8, and 12. I don't remember what mine were.
My favorite episode has to be 12 from season 4.
Is that where Darkclaw dies?
No, he was already dead.
He died in 11?
I think he died in 11.
Oh.
12 is like when Silas takes his area back.
That's interesting, Gibson. That's really interesting. I'm looking forward to that. I've been here a while at Refrigerated Apples. You should mod me since Daddy Gibby did on his channel. I'm not Daddy Gibby, and I don't want too many moderators running around inside my thing, because then if you say something bad, my moderators can't put you in timeout, my boy. I feel season 4 was Gibson getting back into filming DI and season 5, but I mean, don't get me wrong. Season 4 was still way better than season 3, and I think it improved over everything, in my opinion. Well, pretty much everything. Pretty much everything. The finale was even better than season 3's finale. There you go. I mean, at least it wasn't just a montage of us flying around pulling a pterosaur. It actually had some plot to it. Oh, he died in episode 10? He died way earlier than I thought. That's probably why I listen to Gibson streams while writing. There you go. I joined a minute ago, and I must have not seen your comments. Also, season 4 had some Montosaurus eating grass with snapping bone sounds. Wait, really? I didn't know that. Daddy Gibby is a better daddy. Daddy Gibby spoils you. I at least discipline you. In my opinion, DI season 4 is more story-driven, while season 5 is more of a documentary-esque feel to it. It does have more of a documentary feel to it, but I don't think it has any more story-driven thing over season 5. I don't agree with that. Don't worry about it, Refrigerator Apples. Episode 12 is my favorite from an aesthetic. I love it. Although it doesn't really forward anything more than wraps up a bunch of storylines. There you go. Season 4 was very much a putting my toes in the water season. Season 5 is more like diving straight into the deep end of the pool and swimming like an only slightly flawed fish. There you go.
That's a great analogy.
It really is.
Season 5 is great.
Bro, can you put the link to your merch in your bio? Amazingly funny video. Mandy actually watched my video all the way through. No, Mandy, my merch isn't ready yet. Season 5 will be great. Unique ideas. There we go. That was the best decision in all of Season 4. Killing Bloodtooth was an amazing decision. I will compliment Gibson to the day I die on that. That was an amazing decision. Yeah. You just call me Daddy AIDS? Boy, you're going in timeout again. There you go. I have a freaking drink. Someone just commented on the Season 4, Episode 13 and said, "It's the finale battle." What a brilliant man. What a clever little man. Is his name Spiffy Little Stragglepuss? Or Spiffy Little Stragglepuss? You need to get in contact with him and tell him to change his name to that. What a clever little man. He must also be an opossum relative. What do you guys think was the best fight in in Season 4, or the best big fight in Season 4? I'm tied between the Nigel/Aloes fight and the Darklaw versus Red Sail fight. Both of those are not what I was thinking. I'm more in the ring for the Raptors versus Darklaw because I thought that was kind of cool. Even though they kind of, I don't think it was very well shot, but I enjoyed that one, even though I didn't want Darklaw to die. And then I think my favorite though would be Bloodtooth's death. That would be my favorite. What about you, Cesar?
Bloodtooth's death.
I thought that one was more well shot than the finale for sure, and I just thought it was a very impactful fight. Obviously, Bloodtooth dies. The thing is, Bloodtooth's death wasn't even at all planned out. I didn't really think about it much. I just felt like it was something I knew I was going to do. There you go. Bloodtooth. What was I gonna say? I think. Wait, what was I gonna say? Cesar, tell me what I was gonna say.
I don't know. I can't read your mind, bro.
Bloodtooth's death wasn't at all planned out. I really didn't think about it much. Crap. I don't remember. My favorite fight was the Red Sail versus Yellow Sail. The second one is where Red Sail kills him. To me, that was the most intense, such emotional fight in DS. I really didn't like those, I'm going to be honest. I didn't like those because those were just big bash fests. They just, especially the first one. I mean, they're just like, no, actually, it was the second one, I think. It was like, and I was just laughing the whole time. I'm going to be completely honest. I really don't like the bash fest fights.
Yeah, those are...
So any emotion that it could have had, I mean, I understand as a creator you probably had it there, but any emotion that it could have had was kind of ruined for me. Also, it didn't help that DIR already told me the Red Sail was going to live, so that was just kind of ruined for me. Number one burger with fries, please.
Wow, Aiden. Eating out food again?
I'm eating out. Because Fang and Caroline were just over hunting and killed Bloodtooth and Owen. Shut up, Kiki, JK. No, like I was defending you earlier, Camo. You just weren't here for it. You shut up. Frickin' dummy. A number 9 large. Just imagine Camo's comments and his voice makes them so funny. I love eating. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I can see that, Manosaurus. I guess my choice is being masked by my opinions of the storylines because Mars's storyline, all of the others were deeply flawed. Yeah. I'm just really happy that even though there's still a hint of it, it's still a very minor complaint. I mean, the fights in season 1 are already, or season 5 are miles better than the last season. And I'm really looking forward to the finale fight now that Gibson's hinting at. Only thing I really don't like is that I already thought that Jane was going to live through to season 3, but then he literally just straight up said it in a stream when he's like, made a comment like, oh yeah, the reason I love the big feathered collection T-Rex is because it makes a perfect adult Jane. And I'm like, why would you say that? Like, I already had my suspicions that she was going to live through all 3 seasons. Maybe if she dies, it'll be season 3. But then you just say that. I was like, why? So what was the purpose for the Carcaro sisters over hunting? They're just biatches.
It was an excuse to get them to go somewhere else to then fight off Jane and Nigel, probably.
I would get over the hunting if winter was approaching. It wasn't. Oh, you mean like with your criticisms of it? Oh my God, Matt. Yes, a number 6 with extra dip. Oh, I'd love a number 6 with extra dip with you, Camo.
Oh God, Aiden. Jesus Christ, there's children.
Kinky Zilla for the win. To be fair, I said that before the current season of season 6 was being written. Not saying that she will die or that she won't, but it's more uncertain now.
Please.
But you just said that recently in a stream. I'm a little confused. Yeah, I'm confused too because he just said that like I think like 3 streams ago or something like that. It was pretty recently. I barely tuned into whatever stream it was, but I remember hearing him say that, and I think I might have been talking to Camo at the time when he was on a stream, and I was like, why did he just say that? I know Camo's brought it up with me too. You guys are all just making noises. Later on in my series, we'll see a Eutyrannus and a Lythornax who are surrogate siblings. Oh, that's interesting. Nah, man, that was like 5 version of season 6 ago. I'm constantly rewriting that stupid giant monster. No, I mean, you literally just said that figure makes a good adult Jane. Maybe I took it out of context. Maybe you were saying that's something you said in the past, but you said it really recently. Like within a month. In Vastare Island, there is a Eutyrannus named Gibson. And season 1 of Mesozoic Isle, the Gripposaurus that you see in season 1 of Mesozoic Isle that's already been in the trailers and stuff, that one's named Gibson. Its canon name is Gibson. It'll be announced. It's on the it's not actually named character within the show, but if you look on the website, you can see its name. Yeah, it's just like a minor character because I like alliteration, and I was thinking of a G name for the Gripposaurus, and Gibson popped in. I'm like, yeah, that would be cool. You know, make a little homage to Gibson. Stop telling me what I did and didn't say, Kiki. God. I'm sorry. I remember you saying it really recently. If I wasn't lazy and didn't want to dig through your long streams, I would go look for it. Oh well, I'll let it slide because you're saying that it's uncertain. But I just wanted to bring that up because it was quite weird to me. Kikizilla, I love how we're having in-depth discussions about DI and MI, and just sitting here thinking about how underdeveloped my series is. Also, if there's were to let go of my nostalgia, then Retrosauria and a part of myself would not exist. Well, no, that's not true. That's you're looking at what I said wrong. I may call a Ceratosaurus Cameron and a Torvosaurus Giga or something else Aiden, as a reference to you all. That's cool. I'd really like to see that. You should name something Caesar or like a Dilo. Oh, so the Gripposaurus survives that encounter with Blue at the water. Thanks, Kiki.
He never confirmed that. He just said
what
that
I
his
said.
name was Gibson.
Why do you think I'm going to keep it alive just because it's Gibson? I mean, if anything, I want to make a metaphor for Gibson dying because I'm overthrowing Dinosaur Island. I mean, duh. Wow, Kiki, look at what you spoiled in a stream. All I'm saying is that among the characters that don't appear in DIR, no one is safe. There you go. That's interesting.
I don't know the characters that appear in DIR.
Gibson's like, what? So that was kind of like the Pachycephalosaurus and Treasure Hunters. Gibson death confirmed. I'm not confirming nor denying. He could live because I love Gibson, or he could die because I want to overthrow Gibson. There you go. Everything in Mesozoic Isle is up in question. That's how I want to keep it. Except stuff that Caesar knows. Caesar knows a couple characters that live on because he wants to play around with them later.
Yeah.
And he's helping me write a story for season 2 now of Mesozoic Isle. He's actually directly helping me write a story. What did you guys think of the music in season 5, episode 2? Digant said it was too much at times. I agree. That's where the music actually really got me. I forgot to say anything about that, but the music in season 2 or episode 2 was like weird. I didn't like the stuff in there, to be honest. Some of it was the part where Junior was looking at the eggs. The music that was in the background there was like a puppet show, and I was like, I didn't like that. Die and am I confirmed? I die and am I confirmed? That's funny. 10 possible shows ago, I had a safari car named Caesar, but yeah, that was a long time since scrap. There you go. I
feel offended.
I've had for a long time a character in Dinosaur Island season 2 that's a Dilophosaurus character that I named Caesar after Caesar. And
you said Dinosaur Island Caesar.
I did. I meant Mesozoic Isle season 2. But we changed it to be a little bit different. So now it's Caesar, like spelled after like Julius Caesar. Oh, there you go. And I'm really looking. That's the storyline that Caesar is going to help me write because I needed help with that, and we're going to write the Dilophosaurus storyline together. I thought that song was cute, like Junior's adorable. It was kind of cute, but I felt like it was too much, or either too loud, or it's too upbeat. I don't know. I felt like that one really could have been changed or done something different. All the episodes will have different credit music. I just feel like doing it. There you go. I'm no doubt gonna give a Dino Gibson and Aiden. There you go. Screw you, Cameron. Also, a cat. I waited 6 McGovern weeks for that. Yeah, the cat was kind of weird. I liked where he was going with it, but it was kind of interesting. King Caesar from Godzilla? No.
Stop.
Jesus, guys. I'm going to run to the bathroom and drink some tap water. You hold them off.
I had to keep him entertained? What? So, people, Bionicle, how do I run a stream? How are you guys doing? Oh, you're back. Thank you.
Tap water for the win. I just needed to get my throat wet again because it was really drying out from talking so much. If you ever want to talk about something, Cesar, just feel free. I mean, barrel through it.
Not really. I mean, I'd kind of like to get... Well, Gibson already knows about scars. I was say, does Chemo know?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I guess I have everyone's feedback on
Please don't meme the cat. Oh, the cat needs to be a meme. It needs to be.
I waited 6
Hey, Camo, you check Facebook, dude. We were supposed to have a talk with Crow today, and you like haven't been answering me the last couple days, dude. You hypocrite. Now it's getting to an inconvenient time because after this, I just want to write crap with Caesar and overthrow David on something.
Yeah, especially since my girlfriend isn't gonna call me for this weekend.
Yeah, so he's all mine! What?
He's all mine!
I can't be bothered talking to Crow. Fine. Can you, like, give me something so I can talk to him? I need to get this out of the way, dude. I can't deal with his crap anymore, man. Or is there a day that you will be bothered? You can be bothered for me to finally confront Crow about this crap? I mean, especially while Caesar's here because I need him in the call with me. You already know why. You guys just completely ignore what's going on here. It's between us.
Crippling depression. Hashtag allies.
What is the young theropod in the Mesozoic Isle trailers? Is that a T-Rex or something else? Oh, you mean this? This little guy, Redtooth? Is this what you're talking about? This is Redtooth. He is a big character. Well, he's a little character, but he's very prevalent in the story. He's a very popular character. His name, obviously, is an homage to Bloodtooth, and he's a little red T-Rex. Yes, he is a juvenile. And, yeah. I have a girlfriend, and her name is Right Hand.
Oh, God. Hashtag Safari Hawaii. Oh, God.
You can share Caesar with me, bruh. No thanks. Caesar and I have a lot of hard work to do, and we have to get writing. Caesar has to be finishing up that Marvin script, that Star script.
From this bad boy opening up, I'm so excited. 2019 Styrac is in there. Ooh.
Oh my god. I have a friend. His name is my. Okay, you're.
Here. I'll put him in time.
Oh, I'm not putting it. Okay, he's in timeout. Oh well.
I have the Zilla puppet in the background.
That's a good question. Oh, okay. I have that Zilla puppet in the background.
How could you see that? It's like blended in.
I couldn't. I know. I can't even make it out from the other crap on there. How the hell? Damn, you have an eagle eye, Abraca, or Abraca 38. I think that's how you spell your. Is that how you say your name? Oh, dang, that thing's huge.
Yeah, it is pretty big.
I didn't think it was that big. Oh, I thought it was the other thing. Oh my god. I have a girlfriend. Her name is Jurassic Park 3. Hashtag Hawaii Safari. Because of the delay, I see people getting timed out before Kiki times them out. Amazing. I didn't time them out. That was Caesar that timed them out. Hey, Bionicle, do you still have lethal yellow corn snake? I have a girlfriend. God damn, guys. Stop talking about your girlfriends. Jesus. I will stick a bloody Nerf gun up Gibson James Kite's left pickle finger and then smack him in the right eye. Thank you. You're doing us all a favor.
Oh my god, all of this just because I said I have a girlfriend. What did I start, Aiden?
It's Abranca. Oh, it's Abranca. Abranca. Okay. Abranca. There we go. I have a girlfriend and her name is Crippling Depression. Now that one I like. I'm not gonna lie. I hated my times with her. She was bad. You gotta dump her. She's really terrible. Caesar also dated her. We actually dated her at the same time. It was pretty bad. We had some good times during it, of course, you know, some great nights, but
it's bad. Dump her, bro. She's just there. She's just there to take your money.
Poor Gibson. Caesar's girlfriend is hot. Psych. Dab, dab, dab. Okay.
Okay, then.
I have a girlfriend. Her name is Emma the Dino Lover. JK, I wish.
You want to date Eric?
I'm gonna tell Eric that. That's gonna be gold.
Oh my god! Yes.
I don't know if you actually know Cole Source. That isn't actually a real person. That's Eric. Well, I guess it's a real person. It's just Eric. Dino Man. If you don't know who that is.
No, we can tell Eric. Someone's got the hots for him.
I have a girlfriend. Her name is Fallout 76. Seriously, help. I've been playing it nonstop since it came out. Hashtag how is far 8. Sorry, I'm not going to help you with that. That's your own problem, bub.
You just got to put the controller down.
Just put the damn controller. I have a boyfriend. And we're very happy. Oh, that's not a boy face. That's a smile face. I thought that was the face is like, and we're very happy. Well, someone actually has a legitimate relationship going on, unlike all you other losers. Remember, kids, even Big Daddy Bioniclesaurus is a single unpopular dork. In real life, I know, it's shocking. Hell yeah. Well, people's moms apparently want to sleep with me, so I'm pretty hot. Yeah, you missed that in the last stream.
Oh, God.
Why is your Spino in the Mesozoic Isle not a quadruped? That's an excellent question.
Because they suck.
That Spinosaurus version was created before those Spinosaurus was considered a quadruped. Originally, there was a canon version of the Spinosaurus around season 3. Those ones would be adults, and so you would see those quadrupedal Spinosauruses in there. But at this point, there's not really any figures I like of the quadrupedal Spinosaurus, so I don't think that that's actually going to be canon. Or it might be canon, but we're just not going to represent that in there because I don't like the Collector one and I don't like the Safari one. And so there's just no reason for me to, go out of my way to make a quadrupedal Spinosaurus, even though that is a part of history and they probably made that on Mesozoic Isle. I don't want to add that in there because there's just no good figures that represent it. So you probably have a better chance of Caesar doing it, but I don't think he likes those any more than I do. So, is that any way to talk to your king at Bioniclesaurus? Congrats, Matt, you turd. Oh my gosh, that was a great question so far, Abranka. Thank you for the questions. If we have any more constructive questions about Mesozoic Isle, that would be really great to hear. Otherwise, I'm just going to start timing out everybody who wants to talk about their non-existent girlfriends.
But I have a girlfriend.
I said non-existent girlfriends. Or boyfriends.
Or go.
Emma is mine. F off. Oh, so you're trying to cheat on Caesar now? With Eric? Wow, Billy. Wow.
I feel offended.
That's more like it at Bioniclesaurus.
You ask Kayakasaurus to make one, he can basically make anything. I feel like the reason that he doesn't want to ask Kayakasaurus to make him a quadruped Spinosaurus is because that's something that he doesn't really want in Mesozoic Isle.
Well, I mean, it's a part of it probably canon-wise, but yet again, like, why am I going to go out of my way just to represent a quadrupedal Spinosaurus? One, isn't accurate, and two, I just don't really have a reason to implement it. I mean, there's no reason to. Why would I go out of my way to have when I can have him make like a new hybrid called Godzillasaurus or something, where it's like big and it eats the whole island? I don't know. I can commission him. I already have ideas that I'm commissioning him for stuff in the future, and yeah, definitely not going to take my time to make a quadrupedal Spinosaurus though. Thank you for the other question though. Really great question. I do plan on buying his Allosaurus, though. The Allosaurus looks good.
Oh, I plan on buying his Allosaurus, too.
Looks great. Several girlfriends. I'm kind of popular around school. Cool. Well, then he'd select my real girlfriend, so I won't time him out. I'm kind of forever alone. But Godzillasaurus is a real dino. Look at it. No, it's not a real dinosaur. It's Gojirasaurus.
Yeah.
And it's a dubious genus, so... Ha! I know what you're talking about because it's on Mesozoic Isle because I like Godzilla, and we wanted to express that by, making Gojirasaurus a canon species because it was dubious at one point and they just left it on the island. So, Gojirasaurus is canon, guys, in Mesozoic Isle.
And we're also our own design for it, I believe. Yeah,
we're actually going to alter it up a bit to make it unique.
We do know about Godzillasaurus. We know it's a canon, but it's not an actual dinosaur. It's canon in the Godzilla universe. That's its completely different.
I want to time out King Egypticus for doing that, but he's one of my good Mesozoic Isle question dudes, so I'm going to let him off the hook. Just going to kind of leave as like an indirect warning. If I'm being honest, I'm pretty popular around school, but no one likes me. Okay, then. I'm currently holding an unrequited attraction for one girl. Am friends with another who has an unrequited attraction for me, and I'm in the friend zone with a third. Get on my level.
Well, I have a girlfriend, Gibson.
You are a ladies' man. I'm going to avoid your level if I'm being honest. Because then I have to go down. But one day you'll catch up to me, sure.
And one day you'll catch up to me,
Aiden. Allosaurus be like my head is supposed to be all thick and muscular like some sort of megalosaurus.
Oh God, Gibson.
Oof, well, I kind of can't stand girls, but at the same time, I'm attracted to them. Help me. Well, you know, there's annoying things about all things, and, you know, women are inferior to men. Ha! I'm just kidding. I am probably one of the biggest feminists you know. I am an adamant feminist. Well, past feminist, not modern feminazis. That's not me. I should say, equalist, I guess. Oi, Fiasco's here. What's up, my boy? Oh, I'm gonna take that out of context. There comes an Aquatsides video.
If you want a good tip, have the same species of dinosaurs to look the same. It makes it more realistic.
That's a good like, you know, you like have them like all have the same color scheme. I like where you're going with that. But it's more fun to explore different colors and stuff. And also it kind of works within the canon of Mesozoic Isle because they're purposely made to be diversified. And so a lot of them are identified with different colors and stuff like that. So we're going to continue to play around with different looking ones. And also it's easier to identify different individuals that way for storytelling. But good recommendation. I definitely think if you're doing like a non-narration series, and you're like doing a really ultra realistic thing, I think that'd be a great idea, you know, and just like have characteristics be very slight, different, you know, different patterns on the frill or something like that. Triceratops.
I know two community be like to the safari Spino, you are not a crocodile, you are a dinosaur.
Kind of two community be like, yeah, you are not a crocodile, you are a dinosaur. Why don't you be unique for what you actually are instead of trying to conform to something that's not as cool as you? For me, I mostly can't stand that most girls nowadays are self-absorbed. Okay, we're going to move past women and other relationships, and we're going to move back onto the topic of Mesozoic Isle, or I'm just going to end the stream.
Yeah, let's get away from females for now.
I'm serious. Next person that starts bringing up that stuff is going to be put in timeout. Touch the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. What did all of you think of Kayaka's owl? I've been seeing it for a long time. I think it's great.
Yes, it looks amazing, in my opinion. I can't wait to use it.
That's why Jane is a bloody rainbow. You put Billy in timeout or something?
Should I?
I don't know why you said okay like that. That's what I was wondering. MI has females? Yeah, of course it does. Exactly. Delta Dream, Dromius. It's also not one girl in my school cares about who I am or what I care about. Is that okay? You're going to timeout, King Egypticus. There you go.
You did it before I did.
Oh, by the way, the Styracosaurus have a theme song. It's kind of hard to notice so far, but look out for it. Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. We get theme song. That's really awesome. I thought it was nice, but it was for sure too shrink wrapped. I didn't really think. I guess the head was a little shrink wrapped. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't say too. Well, to be accurate, it was too shrink wrapped, but it wasn't super straight shrink wrapped. Not like that aloe, the green one that was in the Mesozoic Isle trailer. Yeah, because I painted my 2 Jurassic Park Triceratops toys to look like the ones from Prehistoric Park, and when I put it together, it looked really nice. Remember them that I watched? Yeah, I do remember. I do remember. So scars, yes. So scars. Thank you, Billy. Let's talk about scars. Any questions about scars?
Scars. If you guys want me to reread the synopsis, I can definitely do that for you guys if you want to hear it again.
That would be really interesting, Coal Source, but that's something we'll probably explore in like Paleozoic Isle or something with actual amphibian creatures or something like that. Not with dinosaurs. That just doesn't make sense for dinosaurs.
Yeah.
They're like birds. We try to make them more like actual birds or living, like actual dinosaurs, not asexual.
Even the eggs that you see in the trailer are bright green.
Maybe with a mutated species, we could play around with that. Like something like that, we could maybe play around with it. But thanks for the suggestion. Actually, now that you say that, I'll keep that in mind, Colsaurus. Good suggestion. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe we can play around with that in the future. Damn it, Kiki. Well, that's what you get, King Egypticus. I told you guys to not talk about it. Scars, scracks. There you go. Kayakosaurus, thanks for the figures for it. Rips off the head and burns figure in fire. Oh my gosh. That would make more sense. Yeah. But it was a good suggestion. Really good suggestion. I was responding to him. Yeah, but I told you to stop talking about that stuff. Sorry, dude. I can't untime you out. I just have to wait for 5 minutes to pass. Okay, that would make more sense.
I'm not going to give you the first letter of Marvel.
Don't. Not yet.
You're going to have to wait. Oh my god, please, no. No, they've started, Aiden.
Thank you, Marvin. Yeah, Marvin is a little pansy compared to prehistoric archipelago Marvin. He cries about just the Jurassic Park, not wanting to touch any Jurassic Park toys just because of the JP3. Prehistoric archipelago Marvin, he keeps going when he's been really beat up. So no comparison. I'm just playing around. So what did you think of my recreation of Kayaka? Oh crap, I haven't watched it yet. Yes, I'm sorry, I'll watch that. I'm gonna watch that. Why are there so many Tyrannosaurids in Mesozoic Isle? That's a great question, King Egypticus. He just sent it to me through Discord. Well, simply because you're in the hot spot. Hidden Valley, that's in marshlands. Marshlands has 2 native tyrannosaurs, which are Gorgosaurus and Daspletosaurus. Then there's Albertosaurus that's up north, and that one's invasive, highly invasive from way on the other side of the island. So that one's the only ridiculous one. And the region neighboring marshlands is actually southern lowlands, and that's where Tyrannosaurus is native. And so there's actually quite a few Tyrannosaurs there. So the only 2 that are really stretching it are the Tarbosaurus, which is T-Bone, who is played by the Pterobatat Tyrannosaurus, and the Albertosaurus is the Carnegie one, because that guy came from up higher there too. Yet again, they both have their reasons for doing that, though. But Albertosaurus are pretty bad about exploring the island. But T-Bone is pretty unique. So in general, it's just because they're really common in that region. That's the main reason why there's so many Tyrannosaurids. A good question. If you did, wait. Have you ever seen the tutorial of how to make a stop-motion theropod dinosaur figure? If you did, you can ask Kayakosaurus to make some and make a special Mesozoic Isle episode. It's just not the style I'm going for. I want to make it look a little bit more natural, and stop-motion is really, really costly to do. And
it's also time-consuming, and it's not really Aiden's thing.
Yeah, it's not really my thing. And it's just really hard to do it outside because the leaves are constantly moving, and it makes the stop motion look really jittery.
Yes.
It's actually cool how each episode has its own range and niche. Each species has its own range and niche, no matter their time period. Exactly. There's a very specific set lore, and Cesar and I were actually just refining some of the species the other day that live on Mesozoic Isle. I'm back. Are we talking about using figures for species that aren't the ones they were intended to be? That was just something I casually brought up. The question was, why are there so many Tyrannosaurids in Mesozoic Isle? Why would Carcharodontosaurids and Tyrannosaurids live in the same environment? which ones would you say are invading on the other? Every Carcharodontosaur you see in Mesozoic Isle Season 1 is an invasive species in Hidden Valley because they don't live there. Giganotosaurus lives in New Patagonia, or is native there, and Carcharodontosaurus is native to the eastern wetlands. And so they're both invasive in that region. And no, none of them live in the same place. Well, actually, maybe in Western Divide. Lythornax, if we decide Lythornax is actually going to be a species, we haven't really decided yet. If Lythornax becomes a canon species, then it probably would live in the Western Divide alongside Acrocanthosaurus. So there you go. But Acrocanthosaurus would definitely be the apex predator there. Or the more dominant one. Will Safari or Collectum make a Draft a Titan? I don't work for either of those companies. And neither does Caesar. You could use the Collector Lythornax as a Gorgosaurus. More like a Daspletosaurus. That would make more sense. We actually have ideas for a Daspletosaurus character using the Lythornax, or a Lythornax character for doing something like that.
Yes, yes, we do.
DI's top predator dynamics make no sense. The north has T-Rex and more Carcharodontosaurs than you can shake a stick at. And the south has Torvos, I guess. Yeah, there's a slight imbalance, LOL. Yeah, that's one big thing that we tried to emphasize with Mesozoic Isles, that they really try to isolate the different creatures here. Who is roasting Marvin? I will find you. You came in really late. We haven't roasted him for a while. Oh, I bet somebody messaged him on Discord or something and said we were roasting it. He already knows what the hell's going on. I'm not even going to waste my breath explaining it to him. I'm still here, by the way, just writing and listening. Oh, cool. Are you writing Season 4? Really? Also, I didn't mean to make them outside. I meant inside. Also, there are many different species of Tyrannosaurs, but I've only seen one T-Rex. What's with that? Do you understand what they're saying?
I think she meant that she's only seen one T-Rex in the trailers. I have no idea.
But there's a Gorgosaurus and an Albertosaurus in both trailers.
Yeah.
Can you explain yourself, Abranca, please? What were you gonna say, Caesar?
Nothing.
T-Bone from Clifford turned into a Tarbosaurus. Yep. I will defend Marvin to the death. No, I saw the comment in the stream, lols. Oh. Yes, Kiki. Awesome. Hashtag Marvin Defenders. I'm going to write Season 6. I'll still be here, though. Oh, wow. He's writing Season 6.
Oh my god, Aiden.
If you ever need to get off, to write or to film your thing, you just tell me. I mean, you can end the stream.
Oh, for me in the unboxing? It's fine.
You sure?
Yeah. It's not like I want to hold that 2019 figure that I ordered or anything.
You want to go do it?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
That was the most sarcastic. Or not sarcastic, that was the most fake. It's fine. Ever.
It's fine.
it's fine.
It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. David sent me pictures of his.
My God. I saw that David got the Prestosuchus Psittapati and Styracosaurus.
Yes. Unbox it here, ArtsyDilo.
Please review the Psittapati first, because we already got a Presto review, and Cacosaurus doesn't do reviews. So please do the Psittapati first, my dude.
He's doing... I'm not sure. I know he told me the order of them that he's doing them. I don't know if he wants me to say them here. I won't, just in case, but I know. I'm going to be the first...
Well, I'm telling him right now that he's wrong if he's not putting that first.
Psittapati on Monday. Yeah. So I'm going to review the Styracosaurus tomorrow.
Yeah, you need to get that, boy. You need to get that.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to be honest with you. Just open it up now. Don't even do an unboxing video. and just get straight into your Papo Aloe review first, so you can practice for your Styraco one. Just do your Aloe review.
You want to unbox it on stream?
Yeah, go for it. I don't think that you should waste your time making an unboxing video.
All right, boys. Let's see. Where's my knife? Oh, I love playing with my knife.
Hey, while you lead the stream unboxing that, I'm gonna go get a drink.
Okay, I don't even know where I'm gonna like properly unbox this. I guess right here. I mean.
Yeah, you just do it. I'm taking advantage of getting a freaking drink.
Ah, yes. You all want me to unbox this, don't you? Just let me put my monitor down so you guys can lean back on that. There you go. There. Just 1 second. Okay, one second. This is being a pain. All right, there we go. We're back now. All right, let's open this up. Just let me... Remember, children, do not use sharp objects without your parents' permission. All right, boys? Ooh. And remember to always cut away from yourself, even though I'm cutting towards myself. This is a big box. Oh wow, this is, they did not put any of their, oh no, it is, but I think, it's because I opened the box upside down. Alrighty, so, let's start off with a Monolophosaurus. Wow. So here you go. Another Monolophosaurus. So I finally have a regular one in my collection, you know, since I repainted the other one. And then I killed one. Okay, here, this is a figure that I was really excited for. I lost my knife, so I'm going to have to open these with my hands now. Why are you so wow, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, like he knows I wouldn't tell you any of that. Try me. Go ahead. I don't even have pictures of the monster Commanderus Rex. Go ahead. Continue. Continue trying troll Aiden. Oh god.
You guys already did this once. I'm not falling for it.
Here. Oh wow, this figure is actually really nice. Oh wow.
Yeah, right.
The Vegas
the paint job doesn't do justice to the detail on it.
No, it doesn't. I'm actually really excited to repaint this figure. Wow. Right, so we have the Vegaceratops right there.
I think it was more funny when I actually thought somebody had it, but at this point, it's just kind of annoying.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Did I miss any actual interesting comments?
Nah, I don't think so.
Caesar, why did you tell me Blueberry kills Blue? What happens is Blue steps on Blueberry and then trips and falls and breaks his neck.
All right, so I'm just going to get into this stuff because the other stuff. This is
that's cool.
Just little Bernie thing when you refer a friend. Get $10 off when you refer a friend at SafariLTD.com. Then we have a gift from Bernie here. I actually really like this little new package that they have for their good luck menu. So let's open that up. The other ones are pretty big figures.
Did they give you another catalog?
No, they didn't.
Oh, lucky.
Oh, I got so this time we got a fire, which I already have one. Got another one.
Yay.
A cow and a butterfly. Let's go, fam. That's what I bought from Safari for, so I can get those good luck minis. Another one of these cards. Connect with us. It has all their social media and stuff right here.
Throw it out of the way and show me a Styracosaurus.
Oh, fine. Oh, we got a seahorse. I missed that. Oh, this. Oh, wow. This figure is beautiful. Oh, I need to open this one.
Oh, the trike! Yes, that's the one I'm most excited to see you look at.
Oh, oh, it's so sexy. Oh my god.
Just pull it. There you go.
Oh boy. Oh, oh god. Oh, it's
I'm gonna
so,
get mine. I'm excited.
it's so good. Oh, if you guys could see my face, it's like I'm having an
Sit down.
orgasm. Man.
Sit down in front of the box. There you go.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna lock it
god.
on you.
Oh, this figure, it's beautiful. Oh, all right, I'm gonna put that down. I'm just gonna put the box on my lap now. Sorry for the
Trike boys. Safari has just started sending me random stuff without even asking me. I'm gonna be drowning in catalogs soon. It's seriously frightening.
I didn't get a catalog in this one. All right, we have Anzu, the Anzu. Ooh, oh, this figure actually looks really nice. Oh, and it stands using its wing. My God.
Dude, make sure you put that in a cold area and like prop it up against something. Mine, just from sitting there, I did not warp it at all or like do any strain on it. Just from sitting there in my room that's somewhat hot, it has warped and it won't stand up properly. So take really good care of those, or even lay them on your side.
Anzu Wiley, which I plan on repainting one of them.
Yeah, I would lay them on their side or something like that. Make sure they don't.
I'll probably.
How hot's your room?
Like
really hot? Does it ever get hot in there? Okay, then you probably should be fine.
Now the figure that you have all been waiting for, and I believe I'm the first, I guess, Dino Tuber to purchase a 2019 dinosaur figure from Safari.
Well, yeah, Dynaman got that.
Dynaman got the, oh my god.
Man, that's big. I gotta say, I don't like how bright that white is. Kind of bugs me.
I actually really like this figure.
The scales look really great on the back.
Ooh, the only problem
it's still got the bent horns. No, it's still got the bent horns.
Yeah.
Ah.
I mean, you can probably straighten those out. Maybe.
Yeah, you could probably straighten them out.
Probably can. You just need to heat it up. But the only thing that I don't like about this figure is actually the face expression on it.
I've not liked the face ever since I first saw it.
Wow, but I actually really like this Styracosaurus figure. I'm speechless.
Congrats, dude. That's awesome.
Let's go.
Put it next to the trike. I want to see him next, side by side.
Here, 1 second. Let me take this off. Okay, so let me move all of this stuff.
You're stupid, David.
My two Anzu Wileys. Alright, so here's the trike, and here's a Styrac.
It's much bigger than I thought it was. I knew it was big, but it's much bigger than I thought it was.
There we go.
I thought the green was gonna bug me the most, but for some reason it's the white.
I think actually the figure that I like the most is the trike out of all of these.
Really? That's what I was about to say. I think I still like the trike the most.
Wow.
I told you, whatever you think of it, however much you think you like it, like add 2 points to it in rating because the trike is so amazing.
I really like the Styracosaurus. Wow.
Yeah, Styracosaurus looks good.
Wow. Oh, so I added 3 ceratopsians to my collection. Awesome! Oh, this is so cool!
How do they all rank in all of your ceratopsians that you have? With the Ionosaurus and stuff.
I still like the Ionosaurus more than the Vegaceratops. I'm gonna have to say that the Ionosaurus is probably either better or at the same level than the Styracosaurus.
I definitely like the pose of the Ionosaurus better.
From just like having them like this. Like just my first opinion, I think that the Ionosaurus is better than the Styracosaurus, to be honest.
That's interesting.
But the trike is better than the Styracosaurus.
The trike is so cool, dude. Didn't I tell you the trike is gonna be freaking awesome?
Oh, this is so cool.
I mean, look at the legs on that thing. The trike. Oh, they're so
really
great.
The Anzu. I can't wait to repaint one of them.
I can't wait for you. Which one are you repainting? Is one of them warped more
this
than
one,
the other?
This one has like a little brown splotch on it.
Ah.
This one doesn't. So this one.
Nice, hot, and spicy. That's awesome. Congrats, dude. Those are really cool.
I'm really excited to do this.
I'm excited to see your review.
You'll be the first dino tuber to review the Styracosaurus.
I'm slowly like noticing more things. My least favorite part of the trike is definitely the head. I mean, these have been kind of meh from the start, but the horns really bug me how they're just kind of like smooth. But all their trikes are like that, you know, or all their figure. I don't like how cartoonily smooth they are, and yeah. But I still adore the trike. I love the pose. And the musculature, look at that.
Love for the trike, Gibson.
Why would you say that, Gibson?
Wow.
I actually think that the trike would be even better with a new paint job. I really want to. I think that I might
get another one of these and repaint it, but I want to have one just like this.
Yeah.
The Vegaceratops, definitely going to be repainting that.
Yeah. I'm a he, and yes, I mean the trailer. I meant that I've only seen one normal T-Rex, not the other species of Tyrannosaurs.
You also see Bloodtooth, though.
Huh?
She's saying that she's only seen one normal Tyrannosaurus.
He's a he. It's a he.
Huh?
It's a he.
Oh, shoot.
Abranca is a he.
So yeah, guys, I got my 2 gifts from Bernie. I got this $10 refer a friend. You can buy your figures at safariltd.com. Got to get that sponsorship, you know? And then we have a mono.
Wait, where did you see that comment? I want to see that, J2N2. And Abranca, go watch the trailer again. I mean, there's an Albertosaurus in there. There's a Gorgosaurus in there right at the beginning of the second trailer. And it's in they're both, the Albertosaurus and Gorgosaurus fight each other in the first trailer. I mean, they've been there. They've been there. And also, you know, this Tyrannosaurus Rex has been there. But
Quality content.
quality. Is that paint chip at the end of its horn?
Where? Oh, shoot, it does have a paint chip at the end of its horn. I just noticed that.
Damn.
Okay, well, guess repainting the Styracosaurus.
At least the tip of the horn.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Well, you can at least bring it up in your review, like, hey, there's a quality control thing that sometimes you might have tips of the horn scratched.
Yeah, one thing that I noticed is that this package wasn't very, like, securely packed. No, I'm going to
they don't do the best with that, I have to be honest. Safari doesn't really package their stuff well. D. Jenkins does a great job, but Safari kind of sucks at it. They always just crumble them together at the bottom of the box and just, like, stuff the orange wrapping over it. Is that what they did again? They just have the orange wrapping floating above it?
Yeah.
That's not how you package these figures. You need to wrap them in the crap.
And what sucks is that it's like the figure that I wanted to keep normal, too. It's the 2019 figure that's the one that's going to have the issue. Well, I'm going to try and contact Safari and see if they can send me another one.
Yeah. Then you can repaint that one.
Yeah, when I definitely review this, I'm going to bring that up. I still love this figure. I'm so glad I got it. it really like reminds me of like a bull. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
D Jenkins usually ships to me within 2 days. They're always really fast. And Abranca, just watch the trailer again. They're right there. Everybody else has been seeing them, so I don't know how you missed them.
One thing that I'm not sure how I feel about is definitely the horn. Going back to it, I feel like it's too thick.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually really surprised. I thought you were going to get like really hyped and say that the Styracosaurus was your favorite, but then you said the trike, and I'm like, oh my god, yes, somebody else loves it as much as I do.
Yeah, I loved it.
Awesome.
The trike is amazing.
Oh, man.
So that definitely sucks that my 2019 figure, my first one, has a chip on its
Safari.
I'll probably contact them later on today.
Oh, yes, man. I can't wait to see your Allosaurus review, too.
So I was happy. Now I realized it has a paint chip. Now I'm sad.
It's a pretty minor issue. You could have had worse.
Good point. Good point. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about the Vagaceratops, to be honest.
I know. I don't mean what you're saying. I don't get what you're saying, Abranca. I know that you've only seen T-Rexes, but Gorgosaurus and Albertosaurus are in the trailer. I'm confused what you're saying.
I think she's saying that she's only seen one Tyrannosaurus.
It's a he.
He. Correction. Why do I keep correcting this? Okay. I think that he's trying to say that there's only one Tyrannosaurus Rex in the trailer, which is not correct because there's also a Bloodtooth, the baby.
Oh. Maybe that's what they're saying. Gorgo is orange, the Alberto is gray. Yeah, there you go. The Rex is green, or Rex, the character, is green, and then Red Tooth is red. You won't have seen T-Bone yet, but he's another Tyrannosaurid, right there. And you did say Tyrannosaurids or Tyrannosaurus. Maybe you said Tyrannosaurus, maybe, but maybe that's what you meant. Stand up, T-Bone. Stop slacking. Nope. You gotta stand, bud. Stand up. Damn it. This guy used to stand really well. Now he's like all warped or something. Oh, he's standing for a couple seconds. He's probably going to fall. I wonder when Everything Dinosaur will have 2019 stuff in stock. I don't know.
I know D. Jenkins already does.
Yeah, it does. I don't think Fiasco can get from D. Jenkins. Get stuff from D. Jenkins, though. So you are only talking about Tyrannosaurus, yeah. There is only 2 Tyrannosaurus inside the show. 2 Tyrannosaurus characters, like named characters. Ah, gotcha, Fiasco. Caesar just popped out of nowhere and he scared me. He didn't notice. Oh, yeah, because when there's only 2 people, it doesn't show the other person down at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
I can, but I would have to pay twice as much then on Ed. Oh, gotcha, damn. I think Dan's Dinosaurs already has... Yeah, what's up with that? What do you mean, what's up with that? I'm a little confused, Emrek. Are you saying you don't like how there's only 2? Personally, I take pride in the fact that I'm steering away from Tyrannosaurus. I have a pretty even balance of large theropods. We have decent coverage of Spinosaurus. We have really good coverage of Giganotosaurus and Tyrannosaurus as genuses. I take pride in those. I mean, I think I did a pretty good balance.
Yes, Dino Man.
Why are there only 2? Like I said, that I'm just balancing it.
It does have a paint chip at the edge of its horn. Just sad. But overall, I actually am liking this figure as I hold it more and more. There are some design choices that I would have changed. primarily, I don't like the closed mouth, to be honest. Um, it doesn't. His face just looks really like expressionless. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, and I thought they did a pretty good job with the expressions on the faces this year, but the Sarcosaurus kind of
See, like,
lacks.
I also feel like the horn is way too thick. If I if I recall correctly, Styracosaurus's horn also had like a curve to it, right? Little curve.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. I think it's forward now. I think it tilted a little bit forward.
Oh well, they do have that a little bit there.
Yeah.
I still think it's too thick. Definitely.
I mean, technically, it could be correct because the keratin or I think the keratin could grow over it, but if you don't like the design choice, then I can understand that. I don't think I really like that either. I think it's a good balance too. Well, thank you, Diamond. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. I mean, everybody tries to do big T-Rex packs, and I'm just kind of no. I wanted to try something different. I'm really proud of my Tyrannosaurus characters, especially Red Tooth. I think Red Tooth's awesome. I think Rex is really interesting too. But they both Rex is a solitary hunter who plays he's actually the secondary apex predator inside of the territory, which Blue takes the apex predator role. He's boss. Rex, has a mutual respect for him, and they just kind of chill out. They're both level-headed dudes. And Red Tooth is completely unrelated. He's just a young Tyrannosaurus that's trying to survive and not die when he's completely on his own. Okay, just saying, but because it seemed odd that there are all these other species of dinosaurs that are big in number, and the T-Rex's number is so small, according to the trailer. What other dinosaurs have bigger number? I mean, there's only one Giganotosaurus. There's only one Spinosaurus in the trailer. There's two Tyrannosaurus in the trailer. Two Allosaurus in the trailer. I mean, there's really no other big carnivores that outnumber the T-Rex. I guess you could consider the Monster Commanderos Rex, but yet again, it's one individual. I'm sorry, but Red Tooth is one of those most horrid names for a T-Rex I've heard. No offense. Well, I like the name, and it's paying homage to Bloodtooth. That's not changing. I have one lone Rex and a mother Rex with 2 children in Mesozoic. Ooh, cool. What about Bone Crusher? He's not a T-Rex. He's a Monster Commanderos Rex. Okay, I gotta go. We'll see ya. Sorry, I forgot about those 2 other guys. It's fine. I mean, I'm just confused why you think that there's so many other things, because there's not. I mean, there's plenty of T-Rex, and I think that it's good that T-Rex is being downplayed because it's a nice change up. I mean, we're really used to getting lots of T-Rexes in Dinosaur Island Revival, which isn't bad, but those are their things. And T-Rex is always given the spotlight. Let's give some spotlight to some other characters and other types of animals. And T-Rexes aren't the top of the crop anymore. In this, I mean, Giganotosaurus has really contested them in Prehistoric Island, but this is one show that literally just straight up introduces us with Giganotosaurus over T-Rex, just in this one case in this territory here. But that's probably because of the personalities. I mean, both Rex and Blue are pretty chill, but Blue is a little bit more dominant of a character than Rex is, so that's why he's in the top. But they're both pretty evenly matched. I mean, an apex predator, Bone Crusher, would eat people's butts off. Yeah. Cesar knows about a scene that I have planned for season 2.
Yes. Is that the one that I pitched to you?
Yeah. Oh,
that's great.
Season 6 spoilers, raptors are in it. Try not to be shocked. We only have proof of Tyrannosaurs moving in a pack for subadults, but while they seem to have been moving in the same direction, it is possible that they were just moving in the same way. Yeah, that is true. Oh my gosh. So why isn't he Apex? What do you mean? Oh, you mean because I'm talking about, well, because Bone Crusher isn't a resident member of Hidden Valley. He comes in, and so I'm talking about, like, at the start. He is not in the equation. Bone Crusher is not in the equation. So while it could have been possible for it. It's more like wishful thinking that they were pack hunters. I disagree. I strongly disagree. I think there's a strong likelihood that they were pack hunters because of other tyrannosaur families that we have found more, group moving activity and group collectives. And I disagree with people that say, well, they could have all just died in the same place. Well, it's really rare to find a bone bed like that. And you can't tell me, like, especially with the Pachyrhinosaurus, clearly Pachyrhinosaurus were moving in massive herds. You are not going to tell me that a giant flash flood wiped away all the creatures in this one place, pushed them in a bone bed, and for some reason the only animals in that territory were like thousands of Pachyrhinosaurus. If I see something like that, I think it's indicative of that it's more likely that there is pack hunting behavior there. I get your point in that particular example with the subadult ones, but I think that it's really realistic to believe that Tyrannosaurus was a family group hunter, at least teaching their kids how to do it, because it makes sense for how much resources they put into their eggs. When you have a smaller egg count, you usually have to, that is in something that you see with animals that put more time into taking care of their young. And then animals that don't really take care of their young usually have a higher number of things to help out with the likelihood that their young will survive. Like fish that don't take care of their young will usually have less eggs, or birds for that respect. Birds usually take care of their young, and so they raise them and teach them how to hunt. I think that's kind of how the T-Rexes would have done it. The two parents would have probably taught their kids how to do it. And that's kind of what scientists have been accepting in some respect for the more recent years. And that's how I'm going to interpret it for the newer generation of Tyrannosaurus and Mesozoic Isle, due to the fact that that's just, I think that's a realistic and fun way to play around with them. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think that it's very likely, if it's not wishful thinking, I think it's very likely that they were pack hunting, or at least family group hunting. For the mother Rex in Mesozonia, do you think I should get a blood tooth or a T-bone? I think it'd probably be a little bit more interesting to go with a T-bone. I think that'd be really unique and nice to show that off a little bit more. I think that I have a solid plot for Raptors in Season 6, along with 2 other plots I can't yet reveal. The T-Rex stuff is my next work in progress. Then I'll only have 10 billion stories left to do. Yeah! Narrowing it down. Caesar's just playing with his toys.
Oh, no, I'm actually putting in a customer satisfaction.
Oh, cool. The only named characters in my planned movie are Gigas. There you go. I'm so close to finishing the Isle of Sea. Like, yeah, man. The roars in Mesozoic Isle, are you going to use my roars I made for my T-Rex for the ones in your series, or that new unknown dino? Oh, I don't remember which ones you're talking about, the roars. But I definitely already have a library of, like, Walking with Dinosaurs roars. The Isle, I'm using a lot of the Isle sound effects because I think they sound really great. So definitely for Tyrannosaurus, I'm using mostly the Isle sounds and Walking with Dinosaurs. And then for the Monster Commanderus Rex, I am using custom roars that I have made. Well, most likely for a certain age, they would become loners until they found a mate, made a family, and trained them and let them go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like a family group hunting makes sense. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think that Tyrannosaurus were pack hunters, in my opinion. I don't think they, like, congregated in groups. I think they were just family group hunters, where the parents took care of their young for a while until they were, like, Nanotyrannus size, and then maybe a little bit after they started getting bigger after Nanotyrannus size, they'd let them go. Because I think that it makes a lot of sense for them to use the speed of the Nanotyrannus size juveniles to help make some kills. I just think that's an interesting thing that might be interesting. Sauropods probably didn't protect their young due to the massive quantities of eggs that they were found. Yeah, exactly. But pack hunting does contradict a few things in the fossil record. Well, things like Allosaurus seem to be definitely pack hunters. You usually only see we found many of them in numbers. We found most of the time we find Allosaurus in numbers when we actually do find, like, decent sized specimens. We do actually get a lot of trackways with Allosaurus that seem to be moving in numbers. And also whenever you find predator traps, like where the stuff gets stuck, you find a lot more carnivores than there are herbivores. And it seems like there's a lot of Allosaurus getting stuck in there. And typically when there's a a struggling prey sound that's going to be ringing the dinner bell, and you're more likely to come in and investigate something like that if you're a pack hunter. There was a whole science behind it. I read recently on this thing. Not read. I watched recently on this thing talking about wolf pack behavior and stuff like that, and how wolves come in and you find them in congregations because they move in packs. It's a really interesting thing. I need to find what it is. I can send it to you. But it further supports why I really believe that Allosaurus is a pack hunter and not solitary, like a lot of people try to say. I think that there's a lot more evidence suggesting that Allosaurus, in particular, was a heavily social animal. No one steal this, but I'm planning to name a female giga Guillotine. That's really cool. That's a cool name because, you know, teeth kind of act like that. That's cool. Fun fact, the Isle uses JP and animals from other dinosaurs. I know they've used Godzilla sound effects from the 2014 Godzilla movie too. Their Neurospino just straight up uses the Muto sound effects and doesn't even change them at all. They're just straight up robbing the sound effects. It's really quite ridiculous. You should use the Hypo Rex roars for the new one. Sorry, I'm not saying it by its name. I just can't remember it. Yeah, the Monster Commanderus Rex. I probably will be mixing in the Hypo Rex roars. I do have those in the file, so I'm not going to use just pure that sound, though. I don't want to. Wait a minute. I just realized Monster Commanderus Rex is my brother, and I don't even know what he looks like. Explain, Aiden. He's an abomination, and I don't want you seeing what I have done. What the heck, Phoenix? Calm down, my boy. You guys seeing this crap? It's freaking out. Allosaurus probably didn't hunt in packs like wolves. They were certainly hunted in loose-formed groups. Just don't think that they would have formed a hierarchy to an extent. I think definitely any pack kind of structure definitely has a hierarchy. So I disagree with that. I don't think they were in huge packs like wolves, but I definitely think they were in packs of numbers maybe around 3 to 5, maybe something like that. Something I see. Also, pack hunting gives them an edge on other carnivores, and we clearly do know that they were a lot more common than any other carnivore in the Jurassic period and Morrison Formation. What did you do to my brother? I made him, and I sent him to Kayakasaurus, who drilled him and tortured him and made him even prettier. And turned him into the Mesozoic Isle equivalent to Thanos.
Oh my god.
That's even more close than people think, huh? For a specific reason. Oh, that's cool. That's an interesting way of mixing them. Makes perfect sense. I thought that you meant like packs of 20 or more. Yeah, not like that. That's definitely not the case. I meant like that they're packing, and it's the similar kind of phenomenon you find with wolves, not the fact that they have packs like wolves. No, not like that. What is that? Are you just stacking them?
No.
Stacking challenge. Oh, my Rex Monster Commanderus theory is backed up. So Bone Crusher will be more of an antagonist in MI Season 2. Yeah, he's more of a cameo in Season 1. He just kind of just establishes himself. Not much of an important character in Season 1 at all.
They all fell. I failed the stacking challenge.
And T-Rex? Yep, exactly, Sean. Wait a minute. I realized Monster Commanderus Rex is my... Oh, I already read that. Continue Prisca, Insula, my DI type series, but I can't right now. Oh, gotcha. The Walking with Dino Allo is the Giga Roar. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has that in there. You can hear it for sure. It has that customized. Because the first time we see Rex is chewing a corpse, and the same with the Monster Commanderus. That's actually a good correlation you put together there. That's actually interesting. And they're also facing opposite directions, which is kind of funny. Yeah, okay, nothing before that. For some of the sound effects, I use different animals like vultures, crocodilians, and even monitor lizards at one point. Yeah, it's pterosaurs are the things that I'm having trouble with sound effects on, so I'm just using kind of bird sound effects and whatnot. I just filmed the reveal of my antagonist today, and I'm pretty happy with it. Ooh! It's Monster Commanderus J212. Yeah, it's Monstric Commanderus. You failure. No, he's not. I see you, Kiki Riki. I'm gonna earn that DVD. Oh my gosh. I have faith in you. And Adaphosaurus is a pivotal villain in the Hadrosaur. Oh, cool. Vultures make great pterosaur sound effects. I'll definitely check in on that. Thank you for that recommendation, Colsaurus. Thank you. I really will check in on that. I want a good idea. I want a good idea. Have different species of ceratopsians become adopted by others. Because I've seen animals adopt species that aren't theirs in real life. Yeah, we definitely play around with a lot of those, like less common and less televised phenomenons in nature inside of Mesozoic Isle and prehistoric archipelago and whatnot. I'm having trouble finding a straight-up herbivore sounds. Any suggestions? Herbivorous mammals sometimes sound good. I'm using a lot of the Isles stuff. Those are pretty easy to use. And yeah, that's what I'm using. If you want, my bad. Oh, yes, definitely. I'm not going to confirm anything, but I have ideas that are very similar. So, not for season 1, but for in the future. First, do you have a zip file opener? No. I do have a zip file opener, but I'm not. What do you want? What are you doing right now, Cesar?
Being depressed about my Styracosaurus.
Dude, it's just a little scratch. It'll be okay.
Scratch.
Did you request a new one?
I don't know if I should just request a new one or like what do I tell them that there's a scuff, but if I say I want a new one for advertisement reasons.
Well, just ask, is there any way I could get mine replaced? Or what is your guys' course of action for damaged figures?
Okay.
I wish I did something like that when I ordered my figures. I should have. Got a couple of them damaged. Even the strike. The strike I got damaged. It has a little scuff on the inside of its horn. Right there.
I don't have any scuffs on the other one. I don't really mind the Anzu though because I'm gonna repaint that anyway.
There.
But I'm just really sad about the Styracosaurus because like this is I planned on like advertising Safari with this, so
yeah.
I mean,
I think it wouldn't come in time for you to do the review. But yeah, you can see the scratch right there where my pinky is on the horn.
Well, I know. I'm just like wondering what the actual course of action is on this because I mean this is heavily impacting like my whole view on Safari right now. I cry.
I cry every time. Also, is that a shark attaching / amorphish in Kiki's background glass? That's a pleco. There's 2 of them right there, both of my plecos, and then Phoenix, my Oscar, is over there. They're actually types of catfish. Talking about the Monster Commanderus Rex reminds me, today I filmed the reveal scene of my antagonist that you've seen for Mesozonia. I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, okay, cool. I mean, you already said that. I read that before. At Christmas, I'm getting that Styracosaurus. Ooh, that's nice.
Well, make sure to check out my review coming out tomorrow, probably.
And one of its pupils is not painted? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Poor corn snake.
I hate when that happens. Yeah,
Wait.
it's...
Did Mandy go and get the food now, or is the food already here? I'm gonna go check to make sure to see if I missed out on my burger.
So yeah, guys, if you guys don't know, I just got my package from Safari and I opened it up for you guys on stream. And the sad thing is that the Safari 2019 Styracosaurus has this huge paint chip on here, and I was super excited to get this figure and do a review on it. That kind of sucks. But my overall thoughts on it so far, if you didn't hear me earlier, I feel like the face is just a little too like non-accurate. I definitely prefer the ceratopsians having the open mouth, kind of like trike and the other ceratopsians having the open mouth. Also, I don't like the horns or frill horns being bent backwards. But you can fix that with a hair dryer. I'll make sure to definitely note that in the review. But overall, I do think it's a solid figure. I still like it, but definitely, I feel like I set my expectations a little too high for this figure. Okay, Kiki's back.
No, I'm not. Don't lie to them. Rip Kiki's burger, yes. Line them up all together. Caesar, I'm sorry about the cheating. I promise it won't happen again. Please forgive me. No forgiving. Hi, guys. The name of the T-Rex in my series is named Tyrant, but I don't know what to name my Carno brothers. Any ideas? Sorry, I can't give you any because I already have Carnotaurus characters that are being named, so all of my ideas are being used for my sister to name her characters that she's writing with. Hope is a Tyrannosaurus featured in a Dino Island Return. Oh, I'm getting this far: a Chimera, Woolly Rhino, Diabloceratops, and a Eutyrannus for Christmas. Yeah, dude. The Diabloceratops, I really want to get that one.
Ooh, that's
and the Chimera. Name the Diablo and Scar. No, name them Diablo and Scar. Those are pretty cool names. Those are pretty cool names.
Damn. How long have we been streaming for? We still have 10 viewers.
I know. I've been streaming for 3 hours.
Hot damn.
We should probably get off so you can record your review because I want you to get that out and get some practice, huh?
It's up to you.
We could easily beat the record for the longest stream, but there's no point. Why would I want to hold that record? There's no pride in that.
There really isn't.
I wasted the most of my life to stay on a stream. Sorry, Camo, but you did. Please never end. What's the name of the Giga in the trailer? This is Blue. He's the king of Hidden Valley. He's quite a popular character. I'm really happy that a lot of people like him. I really love him. Yeah, he's awesome. That's Blue. I spelled B-L-U. And he's actually gotten the most fan art. We've gotten one fan art of Kate, the Carcharodontosaurus, and a employee at Mesozoic or at the Prehistoric Archipelago. That was done by Delta Dromius. And then we also had Dino Man and King Aegypticus do fan art of Blue. I think Colsaurus is also doing fan art for Red Tooth. I think that's what he was doing. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that turns out. Blue's such an original name, XD. Yeah, actually, at the time when I came up with it, I don't think I knew that Blue was named that in the Jurassic World. But so yeah, it was actually separate. But either way, I love Blue. He's awesome. Sister's here. I love the face of this Giga. It's so awesome. Mine's in really good condition. I mean, some of the teeth are a little scratched at the end of him, but he's really good condition. I've been abusing him in the filming of Mesozoic Isle. It's really a wonderful figure, though. There you go. There's some more scratches to the collection. It didn't even actually scratch it. Is Kate named after the person from the teaser files? Yes, absolutely. That is a thing that many people have theorized, and I can confirm that is a correlation there. Remember that Trash Hercules fan art that I did? Probably not. I'm going to do one of Red Tooth. You did one of Hercules? You should definitely send that.
I did one of Blue and Marvin.
Oh, yeah, we shared yours too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I think we put that on. Yeah, never mind. So we had a Blue from... Actually, I have it. There he is.
Yeah.
If it'll focus. What, is the food here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be down there. Eh. It's on his Instagram.
It is on my Instagram.
You can see it there. God damn it. Yeah, wonderful fan art from Cesar there, Blue. Everybody really loves Blue. I'm really happy about that. And a lot of people like Red Tooth, and a lot of people like Blueberry. Blueberry, Red Tooth, Blue, and Draco are the most popular in terms of fans right now. Are there going to be any current tours in the series? Yes. Season 2, I have a current tour storyline that is actually being written by my sister, the narrator. I'm letting her write that story, and she came up with a really great one. The concept is absolutely fantastic. We just need to fully flesh it out away. I'm still working on the Red Tooth fan art. Sorry about the wait. No rush at all. I'm just looking forward to seeing it. I think about maybe getting the Bullyland Arizonasaurus for Christmas. Ooh, that's interesting. Arizonasaurus? What is that? What kind of dinosaur is that? Fun fact, Hihizilla, part of my blue drawing was actually traced from the actual figure. I know, but I suck. That's really cool. It looked really well done. And there's no shame in that. We'll have to start somewhere, dude. No, go away, recommended stuff. Blue and Rex both have very unoriginal names. I purposely named them very simple and unoriginal names because they're some of the first animals on the island that were implemented, and so the people that named them that work on the prehistoric archipelago named them very stereotypical names, and then once they started running out of them, they had to name other ones different names. So that's why the leader of the Triceratops herd, Spike, just has a name Spike. That's like the most stereotypical name for a Stegosaurus or Triceratops. So yeah, that's just Spike. And it's intentionally very basic. And so is Rex. There you go. It's just a design choice. Rasuchian crocodilomorph. Ooh, that's interesting. Arizonasaurus is not a dinosaur. It's not. Okay. Well, that just answered. Whatever. I give up. I'm stupid. Where the hell is Mandy going? She's leaving again? Okay, then. I'm going to go grab my burger. We'll be right back.
So do you guys have any questions for Scars at all, or any concerns? Anything? With the horns and letting them bleed out. I don't think that Carnotaurus horns could actually puncture anything. I feel like they'd be better at
burger, but I don't get one yet. Apparently, they didn't give us chicken nuggets, and that's why Mandy left, because she had to go get make sure that we get the chicken nuggets that they ordered.
Chicken nuggets are the best thing that ever happened to this community.
I really want to time you out, Billy. I'm not concerned that I will like it. What?
See, I think the Carnotaurs should do hit and run attacks to hunt prey, ramming into their prey with their horns and letting them bleed out. I thought it was an interesting theory I made. I already said it before. I don't think Carnotaurs could do that. They just would probably.
It couldn't. It would kill itself.
Yeah.
With its anatomy, go watch Trey the Explainer's video. He does an excellent job at explaining the anatomy in a digestible way. Really great job he done there, but it's actually impossible for them to ram into stuff. It would kill them on impact. They did, however, have reinforced skulls that seem to be able to spread pressure, but not impact. It couldn't absorb impact. What is theorized is they could have possibly squared up and put their heads up against each other and then pushed in a shoving match. And that's why they could apply the pressure evenly across the skull. So they would have maybe done like little shoving battles. They would have squared up, put their heads together and then pushed, but not rammed. If they rammed something, they would have killed themselves. They were, however, an impact predator with the mouth. Their mouth was very weak in terms of bite force, but they were extremely fast in high velocity, up to 35 miles an hour, and would run and grab up little tiny prey. The short, very stubby and tall head is characteristic of eating small animals. It had really not good teeth for doing damage to large prey. There was no way that a Carnotaurus could take down anything very big. But it's also, what's really interesting is Carnotaurus' skull actually could move and like pivot itself, kind of like a snake skull. And so it could actually make its mouth a little bit wider to swallow things, indicative of it biting into small animals and swallowing them whole, with like a snake. So that's actually some pretty interesting feeding method from Carnotaurus. So Carnotaurus is really awesome. I think it's super unique. It definitely wasn't a brutal bashing machine. I mean, it was a very elegant cheetah-like animal, and was the common picture of like the big bulky Carnotaurus needs to stop. It really does. Go commit, be Carnotaurus, and ram into things. Caesar, we should talk more. I'm eating dinner. Oh, I already got that. I want to do Red Tooth at some point, but I don't have that figure. If you didn't know, for all of the Dino fan art I've done, I have had those figures which portray the animals for reference. Ah, gotcha. Well, all artists use references. I'm not concerned that I will like it. Has Kikizoa seen Dino Island Reborn Season 1 episode? I have not seen any of Dino Island. I'm going to be honest with you. I have not seen any of it yet. So Carno didn't hunt the sauropods that it lived with. It hunted rodents and baby dinosaurs. Okay. It hunted anything small like that. So, you know, small iguanids, small ankylosaurs probably could have taken off their heads or something like that. I know that I've seen that. Probably some sauropods that probably could have attacked their heads or something, but definitely did not have the gear to break through much bone or flesh. They had really weak bites. And definitely, yeah, anything of similar size. I think the direct thing was that everything that it would have hunted would have had to be a little, at biggest, a little under half its size. So nothing even close to half its size would have been something on the menu for Carnotaurus, which is really interesting. I think it makes it a lot more of an interesting animal than the more stereotypical view of it. That's why I've grown to like Carnotaurus. I didn't care for Carnotaurus the longest time, but I've grown to like it because I learned what actually it is. Is Alphodon canon in MI? Is Alphodon a dino or something else? I don't recognize the name. If it's something like Paleozoic, then it might end up becoming canon. Hey, Dino Beal. Yes, we are still streaming. We're about to get off, though, so Caesar can get to work on his review. Just wanted to. Any last questions for Caesar? Especially Caesar, guys. If you guys have any questions about Scars and the project and things that he has plans, and anything that he's looking forward to doing, or views from his experience on the end of Prehistoric Archipelago, please shoot him questions. I mean, yeah, he's here for a reason. It'd be able to run down its prey and then hatchet its head down, which would paralyze it, and then would swallow it whole. Yep. It was able to move its head quite similarly to an Allosaurus, the way the Allosaurus uses its head like a hatchet. That is true. So it did have that motion that seemed very good for coming down and sweeping little prey off their feet. So that is a very good description. Alphodon is a small mammal. It possibly is canon. I'm just not exploring too much about those guys right now. Well, now that scene in my series where the Carnotaur brothers were pulling down a Brachiosaurus carcass doesn't make sense. Well, you could just have different types of Carnotaurus in your series. Did Amargasaurus live with Carnotaurus? I know it lived in the same general area, but I don't think they lived alongside each other. I know they were found in similar places. I don't think they were living alongside each other. If they were, definitely Carnotaurus was not attacking Amargasaurus. That's for sure. There's no way. I mean, Amargasaurus is like the length, if not longer, than Carnotaurus. So, yeah, they did mean sense. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, guys, questions for Caesar. Questions. Questions. Come on.
Questions, comments, concerns.
What time is it right now? It doesn't tell me the minutes. It's 21. Okay, we have 4 minutes. We'll give it 4 minutes for you guys to ask questions for Cesar, and then we're gonna head out of here, so Cesar can get recorded in his video. If you want, I can read you the questions. You can start setting up stuff for your review. No?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna do that.
What?
Turn off my camera, that way you see nothing when I make noises.
I once taught my Spanish class about Carnotaurus. I had to do a lot of research on its anatomy. Yeah, there you go. Do you think you better than me? Nah.
Yes.
I have no idea how I'm gonna have dinos recreated in Mesozonia. Well, it just really your creativity is the limit. At ArtsyDilo, do you plan on making any more corpses?
Absolutely. For Mesozoic Isle and my own projects.
Yep. Scars, corpses.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, Cesar answered you, Fiasco. He said yes. I have the Batat Carnotaurus. Oh, cool. I have the Batat Carnotaurus as well.
Well, I don't even have a Carnotaurus.
Thank you for that, Fiasco. Will you be getting some new Collecta, Safari, Papo, and Schleich figures, Cesar?
Well, I just purchased the 2019 Styracosaurus, and there was a problem with that. But yes, I do plan on picking up most of the Safari 2019 line, along with some of the Collector 2019 line. What are they? Schleich, I do plan on picking up their Spinosaurus and some of their figures. Schleich has really made a really good comeback from their previous lineups.
Not quite as good as 2018, but it was pretty good.
Well, I mean, compared to what they used to produce, they made a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I do plan on picking up 2019 figures.
You said most. What is the figures you don't want to get from 2019 Safari?
From Safari, I don't want to pick up their Spinosaurus.
That's it?
I don't want to pick up their Spinosaurus. I'm probably not going to pick up their Rex. Maybe I will because I don't have that model. I'm not sure.
Fair enough.
But for other things such as Collecta, I don't plan on picking up their giant, like, Supreme figures. I have no interest in those.
They're what?
They're, like, big Pteranodons.
Oh, they're pterosaurs?
Yeah. But for their other figures, I do plan on picking those up, especially that berry.
Any last questions, guys? Cesar and I are about to head out, so. Oh, the berry is one. Yeah, I do know the berry is 1/40th scale. Thanks for letting me know, Fiasco. Everything dinosaur confirmed it, yeah. People are disliking. Probably people don't want the stream to end. What kind of music are you going to use in the Mesozoic Isle series? All kinds of music. I have some music that I haven't announced that I'm using yet because I wanted it to be surprised. But we're using a lot of Walking with Dinosaurs stuff. We're using Prehistoric Park, When Dinosaurs Roamed America, pretty much anything you can think of. Planet Earth, and Cesar's using the same gallery that I am. The Minor Antagonist. Ooh. I have one question. What do you think of the Schleich Pentaceratops, Cesar? I don't think he knows what it is. It's like the red one.
Is that the one that David has?
I think he has it. It's like red Schleich Pentaceratops. It has 1 foot lifted up.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, to be honest. I don't really like the color choices on it. I don't think it's like it's definitely one of Schleich's better figures. I will give him that.
Yeah, it's one of their better figures for the cartoony look. I just hate all of the cartoony look ones because I just really don't like cartoony dinosaur figures. Like that's not what I like from those types of models. Triceratops is okay in my opinion. Where is Scars being filmed?
Well, all over California. I can't give you an exact location because, bud, I mean, we got buildings everywhere.
What about Para World music? I used it in the intro of some of the episodes of my series. What's Para World? What's wrong with the cartoony style? I just don't like it. I think it's just too goofy for me. I just like realistic style. The reason I like dinosaurs, like I've been saying this a bunch, the reason I like the Safari is my favorite company is not because of their quality or anything like that. If I was picking quality, I'd go to Collecta or Papo. I think they have better quality than Safari does, or at least quality control. The reason I go to Safari is because they have the most accurate figures, the most consistently accurate figures. And because I like dinosaurs, like I think most people like dinosaurs, unless you're a Jurassic Park fan, then you probably like dinosaurs as movie monsters. But the reason I got into dinosaurs was because of Walking at Dinosaurs, because I was so into actual animals, living animals. And then when I found out what these amazing, fantastically huge animals were real, that's what got me into dinosaurs. And so that's why I like accurate dinosaurs, because they're real animals. And that's what fascinates me about dinosaurs, is that they're real, they're huge, they're amazing, but they're real. And that's why I'm not a huge fan of the inaccurate ones. I really like my accurate dinosaurs. So the cartoony style just really doesn't do it for me. I don't know about Caesar.
I'm the same way.
Caesar, do you think ceratopsids had quills/feathers?
I do believe it. Mainly because we have specimens such as Psittacosaurus that have quills on their behinds.
Behinds. It's about to end, sadly. I have a Carno as a major antagonist. I know I'm unoriginal. That's not unoriginal. I think that isn't quite common inside of these DI type series. Okay.
Sorry if you hear a lot of noise. It's because I'm packing up David's stuff. Since
I am a little bit free after the stream, Camo. I can talk for a bit if you want to join in with Caesar and I, and if Caesar's okay with that. But after that, Caesar need to get to work and cracking down on crap. I can talk to you while I'm eating. I don't know. Caesar, are you going to get off the call and to record your video? Or do you need help, like, figuring out what categories you want and stuff like that?
no, I'm not going to get off the call. I mean, I'm not even going to use audio from, like, me talking. I'm just going to film, like, the shots.
Oh, okay. And then you're going to record the audio after?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can talk to Camo. I don't mind.
Okay. We'll get on to Discord. So get on Discord, Camo. Disney's Dinosaur got me into dinosaurs. Oh, that's really awesome. I think Camo is the same way. Trey the Explainer is the one who got me into scientific accuracy. There you go.
Same here. Well, that and a best friend that, like, can't stop talking about scientifically accurate dinosaurs.
What in the... Something just hit my freaking window. Something fell down right in front of me. Maybe it's some snow. Yeah, my boy Aladar. Watched it, loved it. Prehistoric Park and the Ballad of Big Al got me into dinosaurs. Ballad of Big Al is awesome.
Oh, I watched that when I was in the hospital again.
It's the most rewatchable part of Walking with Dinosaurs. I love that. It's technically not a part of it, but it's special. You know, you get what I mean. Well, anyways, it looks like the questions are dead. Oh, wait, do you guys have a PS4? If so, send me a friend request. It's Abraca3038.
Ha! I'm selling my PS4.
I don't support PlayStation or Sony. And I'm not a big fan of PlayStation, so I'm more of an Xbox guy, and I don't really like consoles at all anymore. I just do PC stuff, and I don't even play games really anymore at all. I play them very rarely, and when I do, it's just usually with my friends and little goofy friend games on PC. So sorry, I can't. Trey is my secret weapon for science fights. Also, I saw a Giganotosaurus skeleton when I was in kindergarten. That is awesome. Camo sent me an invite to the call secretly. Shh, don't tell anybody. Xbox for the win. All right, guys. Well, now that it seems like the questions have died down, I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. I do want to remind you guys that Caesar is a part of the Prehistoric Archipelago. He is going to be making the short film Scars. Keep an eye out for it. Go subscribe to him. Link in the description. Go, please do me a favor and go subscribe to him. Link in the description. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching and asking so many great questions and just keep contributing. And we always stayed above 10 people throughout the entire stream. That was almost 4 hours, I think. It says 3 hours there, but I'm pretty sure it's close to 4 now. So just thank you guys so much for getting here. Just give yourself a round of applause for just joining in and staying tuned for that long. I had a lot of fun. I think Caesar had a lot of fun. I want to thank you, Caesar, for joining.
No problem.
Yeah, so definitely stay tuned for Caesar's stuff. Great stuff coming in the future, and we'll catch you guys in the next stream.